Hello, everybody. This is going to be part 2 for our session. For those of you who are wondering, we play D&D mostly on Saturdays, so that's why you usually get the VOD on Sunday. And we have a pretty straight schedule. We don't really play D&D on holidays like Thanksgiving for Americans or Christmas. So there's always going to be a gap. There may be a week gap to 2 week gap because life always has things. And of course, if the DM can't play, well, nobody can play. And if some important people that I wish could play are coming, we could move back a session. But we're on track for the second session, just 1 week after the first, and I think it will be a treat for you guys, especially near the end. A very interesting social encounter, as you may find out. Well, I hope you guys enjoy. The list of the players should be scrolling down on the screen so that you guys can recognize who's here and who is not, because players will be coming in and out. As the campaign goes, you just never know the schedules of people. And we have a good list. I believe we have 7 players this time, and 7 is plenty for a great session. In fact, just having as much as 4 is good enough to have a great session, in my opinion. But overall, yeah. Hope you enjoy the video, and leave a like or subscribe if you want more. Catch you guys later.
100 bottles of beer on the wall. 100 bottles of beer. Take one
Take
down,
one
pass it
down,
down.
pass it around. I have kidney cancer.
20,000.
I've destroyed my liver and I'm still a pirate.
Arr, fiddly dee. My
Aye,
liver
that
is
is.
gone. My liver is
I
getting ruptured and I am bleeding to
Slight
death.
headache, so I'm gonna go get some medicine. I'll be right back.
Alrighty. So,
You talking about the Viking?
it's... Okay. Okay. All right. It's I'm going to start the session officially now, and we're going to start with a little bit of a cutscene. As it's a brisk, dark afternoon in Rudius, when you at the corner of the city, a slender warforged with a firearm at his side enters the city. Oh, that's the village. With a contract in hand, he looks around and finds the town hall. The town hall that is also so happens to be the little pub that we all know and love at this point. He comes in, he is greeted by Old Man Ba and points him to the table on the far right. And he goes to the round table, sits down, and across the table, Leo sits there looking at him, waiting for
Leo?
his... Not Wyatt. Wyatt. I'm so used to it. Wyatt looks
I know.
across.
He's back.
Wyatt
That
looks
was
across.
crazy.
He's still alive? What?
Yes,
That's crazy.
it's me.
He said you.
Wyatt looks across at HK47. HK47 looking probably a little annoyed, but he's here. Go ahead.
Greeting. Wyatt, my good friend. How are you doing?
Not so good. Last mission didn't go so well, and that's why I kind of need you over here.
Observation. You seem a little down on your luck. What do you mean by that? You usually have things under control.
Well, our last fight we lost a good friend, Octavius. He was I don't know if you knew him very well, but he was a good friend of mine.
Statement. No, I do not believe you told me about him, but I understand loss like I understand bounties. Barely.
His death has led us into a bit of a partnership with you might not like him, but he's a goblin. He tells us that
Goblin.
our town is in danger, and we really need extra arms.
Contemplative. How much would you trust this goblin?
I don't, but we're gonna have to make do. We're gonna have to figure it out and see what's behind all this, and maybe make a little money on the way.
Query. What exactly did you meet this goblin to give you such a... How do you say... question, or I guess...
Well, Ba introduced us to him. He said he was acquaintance of Octavius.
State.
So I trust
see.
Ba, so I think we're gonna have to go out on a limb and trust him.
Hmm. Evaluation. Oh, sorry.
No, no. I'd say, but I don't expect you to do it for free, and I wouldn't either. So, we're gonna be on this for the money as well. We're not in this for charity.
Clarification. What would you say this money be?
On whatever we get when we get there. So any enemies that we kill, then we're gonna have to take their gold, and maybe some of them have bounties on them.
Contemplative.
I'm
We
back.
will see. We will see what these bounties are, but first let me meet this Ba.
Oh, yes. Uh, I see you brought a friend here, Wyatt. Could you introduce him?
This is HK. He's one of my trusted companions. I found him in Kingston, and I brought him back, and he's a partner of mine ever since.
Oh, interesting. Well, he's trusted by you. He's trusted by me. As he holds out his hand for a handshake. I'm not sure if Warforges do this, but it's custom around here.
Appeasement. Of course, I am still versed in social situations, so I'm not completely inept.
As
I go to shake his hand.
a firm handshake is given, that's good. I guess robots do have emotion, and they've programmed emotion. That's interesting. But I have some questions for you in terms of Warforges are interesting. Anchor is interesting to me as well. But I hear so is this your friend here is a bounty hunter, Wyatt?
Yeah, we're both bounty hunters. We've been on many missions together.
Bounty hunters. Well, thank you for coming to this village. We're quite in desperate times. A lot of people as well. Someone dear to us has passed away, and some outside forces are definitely struggling. It's to give you some situation, Wyatt. Ever since that's happened, it's been like a day or two. I would say like 3 days since the first session. At the end of the first session, it says all communications with Lions Guard has just been off. No messages, no couriers, no anything. So if anything would happen to this village of ours, I don't think we would get support from Lions Guard.
Theory. If I may butt in just for a minute.
Of course.
Would you think your goblin friend might be the cause of this?
Goblin? No, I trust him. I've known him for the better part of almost a year now. But if he had a scheme that long, well, I'll be honest, as he puts his hand on HK-47's little shoulder, I don't think he's smart enough to come up with a scheme.
Apology. Then I apologize for questioning him. I understand you. I believe you understand him best when you say that.
All right. But
Statement. Oh,
yes,
go ahead.
yes,
Go ahead.
continue.
Statement. By the way, I have this bounty. Can I turn it in here?
Oh,
I was in the middle of
Well,
something.
well, what were you in the middle of?
Statement. I was in the middle of a bounty, dead or alive, of a cult called Asians. The contract was on the leader's head, Elidibus. And
Dead
I would
or
like to
alive.
turn it in.
As he reads in the paper, if he's brought alive, you get extra. If you get brought alive, you get a bounty of 10 gold, but if brought dead, you only get a 1 gold piece. HK, did you bring him dead or alive?
Confession. As much as I would like to bring him alive, Wyatt's message brought me to speed it up a little bit. I hand him the earlobe with a comet piercing in it.
Recognizable piece of headwear. Okay, this matches his portrait. All right. You had the option to keep him alive, but you had to kill him because of Wyatt. How do you think about that, Wyatt?
Tips my hat and say, apologize, partner, and tip him one of my gold pieces.
All right. And I'll bring this to you right. He gets the little bounty poster, brings it back to his counter, puts it under the counter. Well, unfortunately, since I don't think any couriers from Lions Guard will be coming soon, I won't get my payment out of this, but I'll keep this just in case. And as he gets one little gold piece out of the counter as well, brings it back to HK and hands it over to him. 1 gold piece for your troubles.
Confirmation. Thank you so much. I've always understood. I was a little worried, but now I feel at ease.
Interesting.
I like
now
to.
you know why I needed you so bad.
I turned back to Wyatt. Statement. Now, since you cost, even though you gave me 1 gold, I'm still in the running for 8 gold missing. And you
Wow.
were just talking about some money opportunities.
We'll have to make it up on the road. But for now, let me introduce you to the rest of the party.
And as this happens, the rest of the party begins to walk in through the front door. But as that happens as well, Ba's like, I know you're a bounty hunter, and you guys don't work for free. So it would be wrong of me to give you something. The particular problem that we have as of right now is a goblin problem, not the one that we're working with. It's a tribe. The tribe is.
Beer Chugga tribe.
Beer chuckers are not exactly the friendliest of people.
We
And
brought a specialist on the matter.
by the way, if you guys look, the rest of the party should be down here. Am I missing anybody? Let's see here.
Madame Bird!
Your bird does not. Animals do not belong inside the bar, sir. I'm sorry, unless you've got some sort of. I was going to say like a.
Got a permit
service,
for that?
a service animal.
It's my service bird. Keep me company.
Service bird.
The service bird.
As you see that the
There's
bird.
no voice.
The bird flies in from the corner of the little thing and just lands right there. The rest of the party enters the little tavern and says, well, you guys can move around and do what you want as I'm speaking with an HK. I know you guys don't work for free, and the issue that we have at hand is a goblin's problem. So how about we do this? For every single goblin ear you bring to me, I pay you 1 silver piece.
Works for me.
Exclamation. That sounds wonderful.
That's good.
I help you, you help me make my pocket bigger.
We don't know the problems, but we just know that they're dangerous and they're expanding fast. Now, let me introduce you to the rest of you guys. Guys, as he waves over here. Anchor, Repo, you got Gopnik, you got
Ram.
Rolar.
Are you talking to me?
Take a seat around the table, introduce yourselves. We got HK here.
Funny
Greetings.
looking one.
I
That's the
am
one I was talking
Anchor.
about.
Greetings.
Sits next to the
Hello,
one that hates
everybody.
him.
Hello, everybody. How are you? I am HK47, Robot Assassin Extraordinaire.
No, you're
I
a
hope
bounty
White's
hunting
taught
unit
him.
now. Not an assassin unit. How many times I gotta tell you that?
Some kind of
Evasion.
automaton?
Evasion. Oh, Wyatt, you always say that. You know this is the truth.
Okay.
It's interesting to
All right,
see
what-
2 Warforged in the same
Get to some
party.
money.
And Repo, Automaton, it's an interesting thing. I'm not sure if you're familiar, but Warforged are sort of magically infused machinations of armor. The more advanced ones have souls put in them, usually the soul of an unfortunate individual that, either find themselves on the wrong end of a spell or a soul that people would not forget if it were to disappear. Except for Anchor here. Anchor does have the soul of a righteous being in him. I think it was one of the paladins at the end of a battlefield using his soul to make sure his soul could be in use for the holy movement after his death. So there are exceptions, but no offense to HK, but he probably doesn't have the most pure soul in him. But Warforged...
Evasive.
I seen him let this one guy go even after he had his barrel right at his face. I think he's a good feller.
Warforged are
Interesting.
still powerful, though.
I
Very
never
powerful.
encountered any of these Warforged on the high
Confirmation
seas.
why.
Probably because they would sink.
Yeah, I agree. If a Warforged were going to the water, they would probably sink. Looks at Anchor.
Are you telling
That
me
is
that?
why I'm named Anchor.
See?
Are you telling me that these are not men in armor? I thought there was a man under Anchor. He's just metal.
Statement. Well, yes and no. As what Bob, your friend, was saying, There are souls in both me and him.
Wait, and y'all will trust these things more than me? What is this? They're not even creatures.
Clarification. We are
They
creatures.
have
We
sentience,
just
Gopnik.
yeah.
We
Well,
don't.
I have sentience, and everybody seems to dislike me.
Unlike robots.
Maybe because
you're
your
a
kind
pet.
is known for being backstabbers and untrustworthy.
But they're not even. They don't even have flesh. How can they be scared enough to act like good people?
Clarification.
It-
We are
it-
no emotions are allowed. Only fun.
Oh, okay, well, then I guess we can get along.
I just
like
want to
fun.
say, Anchor likes small green thing.
Oh, thank you, Anka.
I like to get up and walk over to Ba real quick and kind of whisper in his ear. Query. Does the small one's ears count?
No, not this one's.
Apologies.
You will be an exception.
Dylan, can I do a perception check just to see if I hear it?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Let's shuffle
Perception.
over to there.
Oh no, I don't.
I whisper back.
What?
What's good?
What is he whispering over there? Do you think he's talking about me? I think he likes me.
We were just talking about how, out of all the goblins, you just seem the most cheerful, Gopnik.
Oh, yes, I try to be very nice when I'm in groups of people.
Affirmative. You are very courteous and, may I say, very understood of culture.
Yes,
Hey, love
yes.
goblins. She's
Goblin
only
to
killed
culture.
a handful of them.
I lean back over Ba. Apology. Was just checking, but I am sorry for
Well,
the trouble.
since I already have a payment for HK and all that, I don't have to. You're the professionals here, so how to deal with the Spear Chucker tribe is up to you. I know Gopnik himself is here. He can help you track them. That's one of your best outs here. If any of you else of you have the ability to find, search, and destroy, it's up to you. I just want to make sure my village is safe.
Wait,
Exclamation. Do not
Gopnik, are
worry. That
you-
is my favorite 3 things in the world.
Gopnik, are you a tracker?
No, but I was at war with these nasty spear chuckers. In fact, they killed all my family. So, despite my cheerful demeanor, I'm really sad inside. And I would like y'all's help. I know where they are. That nasty gnarl, their filthy leader. We need to kill him. Please, please. Is everybody on board? Please.
Exclamation. Anything for you, little friend. Plus, I get
Thank
paid.
you. I like this metal man.
Got
Would
any
you
shiny
know on a
coins on
map
you there,
where
buddy?
they are?
On a map, no, but I could lead you there. It would just be. Dylan, what direction are we going?
East.
Or- It'd just be to the east, through the foothills and in the woods. Not too far, not too far. No more than a day or two's journey, I swear.
Uh-huh.
Assessment. How far? You say 2 days, but are we going over terrain, rough terrain, or just?
No, not mountains. It's just the foothills around the village and then into the woods a bit, I believe. We will be at the. It's just at the edges of the Goblin Empire, but far enough that none of the big tribes will really care. If the big tribes cared about the spear chuckers, they'd be wiped out long ago. They're nasty fellows.
My question. Why'd the Spirit Chuckers wipe out your tribe?
Oh, it was a dreadful affair, really. We were at one of the large war band councils, and Gnarl, that nasty fellow, he goaded the leader of my tribe, the leader of my Green Venoms. We were called the Green Venoms, and our leader, Green Drip, he was goaded into the war simply by Gnarl. All Gnarl had to do is insult his hat in front of the council. And then what is he to do? He's been insulted in front of the Grand Council of the Goblin Empire. He can't back down. That's not something you can walk away from. And so my tribe was wiped off the face of existence. And here I am, alone.
Have a
But,
strange little.
I have an
cult there.
opportunity now. It'll be fine, I swear.
Well,
Because of her hat.
Because of a hat, yes, the goblins were tricky fellows, as you all know. I don't like it. To die over a hat. What a silly thing.
I don't like tricks.
Reference. Wyatt. This sounds about right with goblins, though. They are very, as you say, emotional.
Are they like this in Kingston?
Recollection. To my knowledge, a lot of them just stick around with their machines and rob banks, if I remember correctly.
Well, that sucks.
Continuation.
Is there any other info y'all need from me? I mean, I'm willing to put my life on the line, and I hope you all are willing to do the same. It sounds like there's some money involved now, so you town folk will be happy, I guess.
You're coming with us, aren't you?
Oh,
Put my
yes, of
gun on the
course.
line.
Your gun? But are you willing to gamble it? I'd love to gamble for your gun. Wait,
You're not-
is
You're
that not what you
gambling
meant?
anything.
Is that not what you meant? I don't understand. Social cues are confusing.
I can tell for you.
Affirmation. I find them confusing as well. Usually a good shot to the chest really, brings in the mood.
I suppose that simplifies things. I'll have to try that out. Thank you, HK.
I'd
I'm
rather
learning
you
a lot
did
about
green
people.
one.
Oh,
Appeasement.
God, why is he
I'm
learning
happy to help.
HK, quit teaching him stuff. He's little. He doesn't know much yet.
A mockery. Well, sometimes it's fun to see what I can do.
I'll let this one slide. Let's see it.
Hey,
Just
Govnik,
saying, if somebody innocent gets hurt, it's on you.
And yes,
Govnik,
yes,
you wouldn't
bro.
happen to know who the closest friends of the spear checkers are?
The closest allies of the
Yes.
Spear Troopers, they don't have many. They're a solitary tribe that they like to get into scuffles with the other small tribes. So no, as far as I know, at least last that I know, during the war with my tribe, the Green Venom, they had no larger tribe supporting them, no outside help that I know. But Goblin politics are tricky. Who knows what could have changed? It's been a year nearly since I've engaged with them. I hope they haven't moved camp, or I'll be quite useless.
A year. Well, I'd say we go over the mountains then. Longer but safer.
You're the mountain man. It's up to y'all really, but I only know the way that I know.
Query. Gopnik,
And is-
do you know how strong these are as in numbers?
Dylan, how strong were they when I last fought them?
Why don't you make a recollection for a roll? History.
History? Okay.
Oh,
That's a
okay.
pretty decent roll. About 300.
They were about 300 strong, although they surely lost some in the war against us. But truly, most of them are quite weak. The only one we have to worry about is Gnarl. And he's a nasty fellow, and I want that damn hat back. My family died over it, and I want the hat back.
HK, do you have 300 bullets?
Exclamation. Of course I have more, and more tricks up the sleeves. You know the drill, Wyatt.
I think I'm gonna need 300. God, I just don't have that much ammo. That's a lot of goblins.
Exclamation. More fun. Run out of bullets, then we can figure out what we can start splashing with them with.
A lot of ears.
Mm.
I'll get my pockets full.
Statement. Very well.
Does anybody else have any more questions for me? Is everybody feeling quite good about this?
I think we've learned all we can about the goblin forces.
Yes, yes. Bah, I think we need to settle up our tab before we head out.
All
It's on you,
right.
by the way.
Find out if you're
It's not-
taking
it's
the
not
mountains or your way.
I have no human money.
Well, you better find some.
Kale, why don't you collect on
I-
that tab for me? Hey, all right, Dad.
Yeah, Dylan, what would
bad.
actually be the difference between going like through the foothills in the forest and over the mountains like Rolar suggested? Would there be a time difference or a terrain difference? Like, what would happen?
Going through the mountains and stuff, it wouldn't be too much of a time difference because we have a ranger that's akin to those. Because you have a ranger that is akin to that environment, it really wouldn't change the time, but it will give you a different set of possible encounters as you travel, if that makes sense.
Okay, and well then, Grolar, I'm just happy to get my revenge. How we get there doesn't matter. I'm just happy to get my revenge and happy to help y'all earn a fat paycheck, a big one. So whatever the rest of y'all want to do, I'm fine if I lead or if Grolar leads us there.
As he counts, Kale comes up shaking it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Skips counting the bird. 7, you'll have a drink. The tab will be 8 copper, please.
And I suppose
Anchor
you'll help
throws the
me.
silver.
Query. Does anyone have copper for this man?
And
Anchor just gives a couple silver.
Oh, oh, are you programmed to know mathematics?
No, that's
Affirmation.
why I just.
Affirmation. I am, but I do not believe my compatriot here can.
Anchor just starts handing like so 7. He just hands 7 silver pieces. Okay.
Yes.
As he
if
hands
that's too much, you can give the change to me.
he just gets 6 of the silver pieces and hands it over to Grolar. All right, and he just walks away.
We're giving these.
Well,
Anchor does not know money.
as Bob comes back around and looks at it, all right, are you guys acquainted with yourselves, everybody?
Statement. Yes, I think this will be a very fun team to be around, especially Gopnik.
Well, come up with your plan on how you want to do things. How you want? I do want to also state that even though if you go through the forest or the light, it's not really too much of a mountain range, but it's light hills at this point. It'll be like since the ranger Grolar is kind of like akin to both because we're not using the terrible base game 5th edition. We don't have to do favorite terrain and all that stuff. He's just good at that. He has a good skill set because he's a ranger, and so is HK. But HK is technically
A different kind.
a special kind of ranger. Yeah.
He doesn't get tired. But what about me? Like,
Anchor,
I don't get tired.
Anchor, you are a barbarian. Your tracking skills and
Still not tracking. So like this.
your tracking and environmental traversal skills are limited. And you're
I
also a
just
giant
bash
hunk of
through
metal.
shit.
If something just throws, if you fall in the water, just know I don't think Repo will be able to carry you out.
It's okay. I'll just walk out.
But yeah. So yeah, up to you guys.
Exclamation. Oh, resuscitation. Let's get this show on the road. I stand up, start kind of like
Affirmative.
going towards the door.
Sounds good.
Repo, why don't you make the call?
On what?
Gopnik or mountains?
Well, I don't think my character would trust any kind of goblin, but that might be personal bias seeping into my.
Why do you guys do that?
I guess my character will go along with the Gopnik.
Like, is that my pocket watch?
Wait, a pocket watch? It wasn't me.
Evaluation. You are a good little pickpocket.
So is everybody okay with me leading, or
Yeah.
yeah, okay. I'm fine either way, but I suppose
If we get ambushed, I'm not gonna trust you ever again.
No. I didn't mean to turn the party against you. Forgive me, Grola.
Oh no, I mean, it worked as the test of if we can trust you or not, which
True.
works for me.
I swear I know where I'm going. Dylan, do I know where I'm going?
For knowing where you're going.
All right, roll a d4, Cam. No.
We're going in one of these directions. Which one was it again? North, south? I can't remember.
We'll end up in the battle.
Why are we in the ocean now?
I begin to lead the party to the east of the village into the foothills and towards the woods.
I am gonna send my bird up in the sky ahead to do some scouting from the air.
All I want to say is I'll be next, the second person to try to make sure that if there's any danger sense, I can kind of feel
Gotcha. I suppose I will be leading, but I'm also, if Anchor senses any danger, I'll be prepared to run away quickly.
Yes.
Dylan, I guess.
Yeah, I will tell you the mechanics shortly as I change the music for you guys.
I gotcha.
I can't hear the music, so.
I hear
That's a little
ambient
hard.
bird noises.
Same.
Yeah.
Ambient.
Growler, every time your bird comes back down, I just go, "Caw, caw," little bird. They're squawking at it.
All right.
Interesting.
So as the party vests into the hillsides and begins to go through the open hills, the open hills themselves are rather known to not be too dangerous. The most, if you were to be attacked by anything, it's very open view sites. So the most dangerous thing that could possibly come by is a centaur colony that would probably kill you and absolutely destroy everything if they were to see you. But it's okay, because centaurs haven't been seen around these parts in many, many years. Thank goodness.
Welcome.
Destroyed.
Kill them all.
Okay.
Yeah, they destroyed the environment. 7 points didn't survive to the end last campaign.
As you begin going a little deeper into the forest itself, and you begin getting a little closer to the Goblinoid Empire, I would say, let me go into the world map to show you a little bit more exactly what location you guys are. You guys are around here. Not too far away from a neighboring village, to be exact. But it's like the border of the hills and mountains and the village. But you're getting a little closer to the Goblinoid Empire. That's at least the path that you guys are taking.
So as we leave the foothills and enter more into the forest, those of you that I guess have a good sense of direction would notice that despite me saying direct east, I'm starting to drift more east southeast.
Would I be one of those, or is it more of the hunter would know this area already?
I don't really know how that, I don't know, but I'm
Yeah,
just saying that
Right.
that Gopnik does probably know where he's going, but he's also doesn't have like a good idea of how like maps or like a top-down view would work. So he's kind of just following what he remembers.
Yeah, 'cause knowing by general memory. But I want, as you guys begin to descend into the forest, you guys, I'm going to be using something called the skill challenges. So using the skills that your players have acquired or have available to you, you guys will be tracking through the forest, and I'll be describing things as you guys. This is going to be a little bit less visual. You'll only have a picture of this, but I can confident that I can describe as you. I'll say at the very beginning, when you go into the forest, Gopnik, standing at the front, smells a faint smell of metal, like a rusted iron. And
What is that? Does anybody else smell anything?
I have no nose.
Conclusion.
Anchor
I
was not
cannot
installed
smell.
in the
The rest of y'all, I smell something. Is that?
So would
is
you
that-
want us to do like a investigation check or?
It's
Just
up to
perception.
the skills that you guys have available to you. So if you think, so based on the information that you like, hey, there's a faint metallic smell going on, and you guys are just going down the path with mostly trees and not even a real. There's no like actual path. It's pretty wilderness like.
And guys, I think I smell something metal and rusty. Does anybody else smell any rust? Does anybody see anything?
I guess. Does anybody have really good perception, or I guess
Yeah,
investigation or something?
I didn't know if you wanted to
Do you want to do one at a
investigation.
time, or do you want us to try? Because I can try perception.
Oh, I didn't realize you'd or White
I
already
think
rolled
perception
investigation.
probably been better.
As Y begins to investigate, he just smells like his gun to him.
Are we gonna try?
I'll
Someone else gonna try?
allow
or do you
one
wanna-
more roll to see what's going for somebody to try to attempt.
Let's see.
I would like to try
No,
perception.
that didn't go well.
Okay.
All right. right. So as Gorlar begins to move his hands across the bottom of the grassings, as he thinks to himself, metal, rusted metal. I'm not sure. You hear a branch snap to the left. He looks around. The Hunt Showdown snap, of course. He looks to his left and he takes a step forward. And as he looks down, ting, metal snaps around his leg. A little bear trap.
God, he's been shot.
Gorlar, could you please take 13 points of bleeding damage?
God.
Right.
Conclusion.
Bear trap. Oh my god.
It is not he's not been shot. It has been a bear trap he stepped on.
As Gorlar, you hear like a little, oh!
You wouldn't happen to know anything about these traps, would you, Governor?
Perhaps there have been more incursions from the humans, or maybe just a hunter. I don't know, but oh my god, it smelled so rusty. Do you need medical attention?
Well, I need someone to get me out of this damn trap, because I'm stuck here.
I'm not very strong.
What are you then?
Very strong apparently.
Oh, that's so good.
As Anchor goes up and uses his shields, even though it's only an 8, it's just a rusty bear trap, and then he uses his 2 shields to pry it open, as moving at each side, and then allows Growlar to step out of it. He bleeds profusely, which leads to 13 points of damage.
Oh my god, the blood. Does anybody know any medical skills? Oh my god, he's bleeding so much I can't look.
I got him. And I pull out some whiskey.
Traps your people like to make.
Okay, wait.
I got you, buddy. And I'd like to pour the whiskey on his leg.
Why don't you
Do we have a downtime?
Why don't you restore 1 hit point for me, Growlar? You know what? I'll be generous. Roll a d4 for me, Nick, and give me a medicine check.
Okay.
Gosh.
All right, you got 1 hit point.
Okay, that's a D4. I thought that was a D20.
That's rough.
All right, yeah, you get one. You get 1 hit point there. Okay, it's not a bad medicine check. You get 1 hit point back, Growlar, as he disinfects your wound.
Dylan, would I know if goblins would have metal bear traps?
Goblins do indeed use traps.
Okay.
So
okay.
And well, yes, I suppose they would use traps. I should have warned y'all. We probably ought to be careful with our footing from here on out.
Yeah, what other traps do you use?
tell us.
Dylan, what other kind of traps would I be familiar with, at least?
Pitfalls. Most likely, so pitfalls are a very common trap for goblins to use. Gopnik would obviously know the bear traps, the very metallic bear traps. A interesting thing about goblins is that they have, well, what's different, so from the guys that are from the original, from last campaign, goblins were really close to mushrooms. But in these forests, you know that the goblins have a strong affinity with spiders, and they possibly ride them, and they have a good relationship with wolves. So what you know is that they actually have, what's it called? I'll give you 1 piece of information, and I'll give you 2 if you do a good, what's it called? What would be a good check for you? A good nature or history check for me. But the first person information, okay, 10 straight. The first piece of information is that goblins will use like smelling posts. They'll have a wolf that they've tamed, and they'll try to have some sort of smelling outpost to try to find people before they encroach on their camp. Now, Storm has also been living here for quite some time, and he knows that not only is there smelling posts, there's sound posts as well. Anything that looks out of the ordinary, that sounds like exceedingly not in the way of a forest. Something like, I don't know, the clanking of metal, or the marching of footsteps of, like, you know, a small organized army or something like that. They are listening, and they are looking out for those threats.
And okay, so I probably should have warned you. I should have told you earlier, but now that we're out here, there's no turning back, so don't get scaredy cat on me now. We're likely to run into maybe some pitfalls, some big snares. I don't really know. Some more traps. And the other thing we have to worry about is these damn spear chuckers. They've lived in this forest for so long. They have an affinity for the spiders and wolves that live out here, and that means those tamed wolves are nasty. They'll really catch onto your smell and can chase you down for miles. So I have to be careful about those. Are any of you more familiar with the forest than me?
I've never had any bounty hunts in this area. Not a big fan of it. So, no, I have no idea what this place is. I hate it already, though.
Confession. Same as Wyatt. I personally don't like out here. It rusts me and, well, it just annoys me with all the nature around.
I'm glad nobody came out here. I'd hate to track a bounty in this stupid forest.
Affirmation. As do I.
Sure, we
Let's
continue
take
then.
it slow and keep good watch.
Yes, yes. Oh,
Anyone spot anything that doesn't seem right to you? Let us know, and let's try to be quiet.
I'll
Yes.
stay up front and try to step on anything for the rest of y'all, I guess.
Now you're being a team player. Get in there.
And as Gropnik goes up to the front, he's well, I guess you see his small figure move up to the front and just like scan around, and he sees the path that they should be taking. Well, the general area that they should be taking.
The yellow brick
Danger
road leads
sense
it all the
for
way.
anchor. And as you begin going deeper down into the forest, your Grolar's wound being properly tended to and disinfected, you come to an impasse in which water and there seems a small stream, but nothing. The only like some broken down trees, and you see because of the stream, any scent is really washed away as water sorts of chafes around on the sides. But you
Grolar, well, you need to wash that off. That blood could give us away. Those wolves are nasty. Wash that off in the river.
The blood you gotta be worried about the smell of. It's that whiskey I poured on his leg.
The whiskey, too, I suppose. Can I get a swig of that whiskey? Oh, wait, now's not the time. Now's not the time.
Oh, no. It's always the time. Come here, little buddy.
Oh,
No,
yes.
no, not now, not here.
Yes,
no.
you're right, Grolar. I'm sorry.
as you go down in the forest, Gropnik does recognize they do have to cross this stream to get to the location they want to.
Yes, we're going to have to ford this river. Although it's not too deep. I think we should be okay.
When fording the river, we'll also
Just
hide
starts
our scent.
talking.
And it's a rather fast, quick water. It's not something like if you were trying to wade into it, it wouldn't exactly be comfortable. And should a poor strength check be happen, or should something you lose at the very unfortunate case that you lose consciousness, you would be swept away with the stream.
I gotcha. Are there any like vines or anything above, or any trees we might be able to climb across on then?
There are trees. There's like a canopy, but above the actual river itself, like trying to. The vines itself are rather like if you see here, it's very thin, right? You do
I
see.
think we still see the world map, by the way.
Oh, sorry. Oops. The vines themselves are very thin. You do see a lot of dead plant matter, maybe some dead tree stumps, logs, decaying matter in general. But the vines seem a little thin for you guys to actually legitimately swing on, if that makes sense.
Gotcha.
How far is from our point to the other point? Like between the river, how big is the gap? If that makes sense.
I would say enough that you wouldn't be able to really... Obviously, you wouldn't be able to jump it. I would say maybe a good 15, 20 feet.
Are there any trees that fit the description that are 15, 20 feet long or somewhat like, something you could walk across?
That's a good question. Why don't you make a investigation, perception, or nature check for me?
I will do perception. 14.
All right. You see what you're looking for. A dead log, a little crackety, at least on the side of the stream side. That could, I don't know what you would use with it.
Is there a
Theory.
nice big log that's right next to the river where it could be pushed down, make a bridge?
That was my plan.
Well, you guys can communicate about what you want
There's
to
a
do.
theory. What if we use this dead log to traverse? Now, I won't say it's the best choice, but I feel like it's better than waiting
Leave
through.
a track.
We can always just throw it on river if you're so worried about tracks.
It's only, by the way, it's not like one 15-foot long log. It's like it's I'll just give you a straight number. It's like 3 logs, each about 5 feet each.
And are there like, is there rocks as well that we like set it up with, or is it like just kind of like it's just water?
There's like little pieces. You could see like little juts of rock in there, so that it wouldn't be too hard to like. Yeah.
Kind of lodge them in. Okay.
Is it a deep river?
It would go to your waist.
Dylan, can I, while they're looking for the logs and stuff, can I just look at the far side of the river and see if I see anything moving?
Absolutely.
Perception or?
Yeah, go for perception. As you look across the stream, you don't see anything that is dangerous or any real movement other than the normal wildlife, and Anchor does not have his danger sense is not proccing.
Or why don't
I'm
you
gonna
throw the
have-
goblin across the stream, give him a rope, and maybe he can tie something up for us so we can go over it.
And White, that's actually not a terrible idea. I don't like the throwing part, but if anybody has a rope, we might be able to get one person across and then set a stake and use it as a guide.
If you land, it hurts less.
Anchor has rope.
And Aka, do you think you might be able to wade across? Are you confident in your footing and your strength against the river?
Yes.
All right, then go for it, I suppose.
Wouldn't the best person try across? Wouldn't the best person?
I can always fish any of you out of the river except for the Warforged.
We have
Yeah,
to
but
and go
I
through
didn't
the
say
water.
wouldn't you probably be the best person to swim across? To try to.
Oh, yes, true. Daewin, I suppose Raposia might be the best one because he's a little gilly fellow.
I'll remember.
Hello.
If you want, Anchor could pull you out if you swim across. If you want to try to swim across.
I'm sure I could swim across.
Don't drown.
Unless the water is exceedingly fast flowing, like rapids. As long as it's not rapids,
It's
I'm
not
sure I can
rapids.
cross it.
And Raposia, do you have your own rope, or do you need Anchor's rope?
Good question. I don't know if I have rope or not. I have to check.
Hey, we could tie.
Wyatt lights a cigar. It's gonna be a minute.
I do have a rope.
Wyatt, put that out. It's obvious.
Yeah,
I have one hempen rope.
Wyatt, the smell, Wyatt.
I think it's only. I don't know how big it's
Puts it out.
hempen rope.
Yeah, Dylan, how long is like a normal hempen rope?
It's at least 30 feet.
Okay, so that should work.
Yeah, a hempen rope would be able to. You would easily be able to hold on to either repo or anchor or anything like that.
Yeah, somebody hold on to one side of it here. Or I guess we could use like a piton or something and hammer it into the ground, and then you swim across and set it on the other side, and maybe we'll be able to get across a bit easier.
Alrighty, I'll see what I can find over there.
You could tie
Before
it
you,
around your waist, and if you do,
Oh yeah, I
like,
guess
or whatever.
I suppose you could tie it around your waist in case things go terribly.
I'd rather keep it in my hand. If I tie it around my waist, then I'm stuck.
No,
It's dangling around in the
I
water.
would-
Wouldn't be too good.
no. Anchor would hold on to the other end, and then if if something happens,
You pull me back out. Is that?
I could pull you back out.
Pretty sure I can outswim anything in the water.
Okay, again, it's a safety measure.
I don't know.
Well, Raposia, you're the one going across, so it's up to you, I suppose.
Yeah.
Your preference. But I am gonna be asking Erin to land in one of the trees on the other side and just stand watch and alert me if anything moves.
As you see the little owl silently flap his wings, landing on the other side of the stream, looking around. It begins it begins to try to perceive any movements and anything like that. It'll notify you if anything happens.
I hand one end of my rope to Anchor and I dive into the water with the other end around my arm.
All right, so since it's repo going into the water, it's an automatic success. There's no rolls need to be needed. Like, I don't understand why you'd have to do any rolls for the fish man to swim. You know,
The fish race to do
If I wanted to, I could even cast.
We're really smart.
Swim like 80 meters or something. And
like the man's used to swimming in rough oceans, so he can swim in this river, no problem.
Look, you guys know better than I do. I don't know what these people's abilities are yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all part of a learning process to see what your
Exactly.
party can actually do. So as he swims to the river, he finds a comfortable rock near about 7 feet in, and he stands up and starts waving at you.
Okay, 7 feet in. We still how is the river's wider than that though, right?
Yes, you're about almost halfway there. To the cross.
It's not very big. Yeah. So
He's waving at us. Do you think he needs help? Maybe you should get in there, Anchor.
He is fine. He's just letting us know he's okay.
Okay.
Alright, I will dive back in, keep swimming to the other side.
And as you swim, you safely arrive on the other end with the little rope in tow.
Alright, I will look for a tree to tie it around, and if I can't find a tree, I guess I can just hold on to it to help somebody get across or something.
In terms of trees, there's plenty. You find it with no real problem. Now you have a rope across this rushing river.
I will get back into the water and just and go to the rock in the middle in case I need to swim and catch anybody that falls or yeah, we'll do that for starters.
HK turns to Wyatt, mockery. Ladies first.
As you wish, Your Highness.
And you push him in.
No. I just do like a hand gesture, like pointing towards it, like bowing to him.
All right. So who's going on the rope?
Wyatt.
All right. So Wyatt just goes in, holding the rope as the water begins to push across, put on your body. It's kind of a good bit of pressure, but you're fine. As let me just do something in terms of my tracks as I'm adding. Wyatt safely makes it across, and I would say most of you guys with this rope can safely cross, but there is the issue of the metallic people in your party.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go and cross next. And while on the rock, just quickly dip my foot into, kind of clean it a bit more and try to hide a bit the scent and then move on.
As you begin, the water really helps you hide your scent as you begin going through. Let me just, man, why is this having such a problem?
Wait 1 second.
Oh, there you
As you
go.
begin wading through, there you go.
Dylan, can I try to just hold onto the rope and keep myself out of the water, like shimmy across it?
Yeah, absolutely. Why don't you make an acrobatics for me?
Oh no, I have +4.
As you
I
begin
was
to
about to
shimmy,
say,
you just see like the bottom of your legs. You're like kind of shimming, but you like hold it, and you're like your legs get wet still.
It's so cold. How did y'all make it through?
By walking.
How How big is HK?
And why don't
HK is
you
only
make Actually, yeah,
5'9".
never mind. As your acrobatics, you're just kind of wiggling, and your legs still get wet, and yeah, you make it across safely. Who hasn't crossed yet? That's still living. I think
I
it's
haven't.
Damway.
I have not either.
Okay.
I'll guess I'll try to traverse it.
As
Wait, hold on.
Hmm.
I'll throw you a rope and we'll have you secured this way as well.
Let me say that again.
I'll throw you a rope and me and Gopnik will hold it. And you just tie it around your waist, then we have a second safety.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
State. I will take that gladly. As you can see, I despise water.
As HK makes it across and begins to, as it sees a little bit more frailer, but a heavy, in terms of like his point of balance is not like the rest of you guys, as it's mostly very top heavy, since he has so much metal in that portion, and he begins to sway left and right as the water begins to push him, but he's got another balance. So why don't whoever is holding the ropes make a strength check for me?
Come on, Gopnik, help me out here.
Wait, who's holding the ropes?
Oh no.
I'm on the other side.
Yeah, make
yeah,
one.
me and
Anchor.
Bill are on the same side, right?
Yeah, Anchor, why don't you make a strength save? Yeah, Anchor's Anchor.
There we go.
And can I assist Grolar?
Absolutely.
Well, it doesn't make any difference.
I know, but I thought it was funny because I have really low strength.
I'll fucking pull him. Come on.
He gets a +2 to his roll for the assist. That's an 11.
Oh, that's right.
Nice.
Right, right.
As HK begins to sway and hold his firearm dear to him, he begins to make it past, and he sees it's just fine.
Disclosure. Please tell me you don't have to go back.
Well, at some points, but he may be in more of a rush.
As HK does go through, since he's a little, he does, when he goes towards the center of the river part, he begins to like sink a little bit. But as the mud underground is a little loose, the rest of you weren't really heavy enough, and most of you didn't even touch the ground as you tried to, as like someone like Gopnik just shimmied. But when HK steps in the middle of the river with the soft mud, he legitimately like goes down a little, like I would say, almost like 5 inches. But he's a rather tall machine, and as he steps out, and of course with the strength checks from his friends, he makes it with no problem.
Disclosure. I hate water. How do you people deal with it?
Well, we
Is
kind of need it to
everyone on the other
survive.
side?
Pretty easy when you can breathe it in. Breathe it in.
Is
Oh,
everyone
yes.
on the
Just
other
breathe in
side?
the water.
This is
Water
good.
in whiskey form.
I haven't tried that before. I can breathe water. I walk over to the edge of the river and just dunk my head in.
I'm not gonna stop you. Just go ahead.
Please take
After-
5 drowning damage. No, okay.
After a minute or two, I come up. It didn't work. I don't understand.
Just starts coughing up water.
Speculation. I think he meant to say his own race of people can breathe water. Not-
He's not a goblin, is he?
After
No.
after seeing that, I'd like to look around and see if I see any more. Since we were
And
on the other side.
as Gopna makes a little ruckus, you guys are on the ruckus in the village. He dunks his head and splashes around. You see that the river begins to run just a little bit stronger as that happens, and yeah. The forest, I would say around this, the forest around you seems rather quiet, and there's really nothing. The river itself starts to run, and the river itself becomes a little cloudier in nature.
Is anybody still on the other
As you
side?
hurry over, Anchor.
Can you remember any traps hanging around?
No traps as far as you know.
Am I the only one that's left? Is Anchor the only
You
one
and
that's
Dan.
left?
I'm left as well.
Oh.
I'm questioning whether this is a very stupid idea.
Some way to find out.
Go ahead, go for it. I got
If I I tightrope walk across the rope.
Hell yeah.
Oh
Let's
man!
go.
Hell yeah.
Why don't you make a
Oh.
dexterity acrobatics for me?
Oh, I was hoping it would be performance.
Or performance, that can work too.
So you're
Oh, there you go.
Let's go.
As
So-
Anchor is holding it extremely tight, as Damwayne does not tell the rest of his party he's doing this. He just stands on top, and he almost falls as they're not holding it that way. They thought they were just going to hold it that in another way. He puts his 2 feet on and begins to like slowly tight walk across. And you know, if you were any other race, I would have allowed it would have like snapped because the rope is not really meant, especially in the middle. Why don't actually Anchor and Grolar make another strength save for me? Because you have to have really high tensile strength to make sure it doesn't dip into the water at the center.
No. Growler pulled it. I like to assist Anchor.
I know.
You're on the other side.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
I know
say.
he's
Oh,
on
that's
the-
right. That's right.
Oh,
Fuck.
Rico will dive in and try to
So
raid the
Anchor was most.
character.
Anchor was definitely not, if you raged, you would just have advantage, and it would become a 10.
I know.
Grolar just pulled a little bit too hard, and Anchor lost his grip. So he's like, "Oh,
As Anchor begins to pull and Grolar pull, Anchor loses his footing in the slicks, and Damwayne splashes into the water. As
All I wanted to say is, Anchor found a butterfly.
He's
as
distracted.
it's lowered. And as he comes up from the water, you see he's just drenched at this point. But he's still holding on to the rope, thank God. As a good performance check at least.
Mockery. This is what you get for trying to be special.
As the clouded water, he falls into the clouded water and comes onto the shore. He looks down on his legs, and he sees 4 little black slugs attached to his leg. 4, like, with the like front part attached to his leg. He doesn't really feel any pain though.
Hey, what are those on your legs?
Something.
Well, that's obvious, I think. Unless they're nothing.
I think they might be edible.
I can shoot him off if you want."
Goblin, get a stick and poke
Take a
them off.
taste, man. Take a taste. You deserve it from that sad fall.
Dude, they look a little slimy. I prefer my things cooked, but we can't really make a fire right now. If you want to save them for later, I'd love to try them.
Nah. Quickly brushes them off.
And as you try to brush off the black slug on, you say, it takes quite a bit of effort, and they actually don't fall off. They're just like stuck.
Dylan, now that I've gotten a closer look, can I do a nature check to look at them?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my god, that was another +4 skill.
As
Well,
you
I
roll
guess
the
I'm
dice.
not familiar with them. I thought there'd be something similar to them is somewhere around where I live, but I'm
Grolar,
really not. I don't
you're
know
a
what they are.
ranger. Grolar, you're a ranger. Why didn't you make a nature check as well?
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Oh, thank God.
As Grolar comes over, looks over at the 4 black slugs stuck into Damwayne's legs, you realize they're leeches.
Got some leeches.
Or some more of my whiskey on them.
No, the whiskey isn't gonna help.
The whiskey helps everything.
Right. Can you get them off, or do I have to firebolt them off?
We should be able to kill them and then
No, I vote firebolt.
put them off.
Exclamation. Firebolt sounds like a fun display. You are the entertainer, right?
No, that's gonna make a lot of noise and we don't want to get spotted.
Yeah, good
Let's
point.
try to do this quietly.
Firebolt seems quiet enough.
Do we need to use a weapon or what?
Well, it's a leech. It's not like they're extremely hard to take off. You just try to brush them off, as far as I know, which doesn't work.
I'm gonna go and get a stick and like poke them hard in the center and try to essentially spear them onto the stick.
You know what you do when it comes to nature and stuff.
As Grolar goes his stick, He finds a little sharp stick and tries to spear it into, and you see red blood coming out because it's Damwain's blood. And you see like a little yellow sludge, and it begins to squirm a little bit, and then it stops moving, still attached to Damwain's leg. It's dead.
That's one. I'm gonna go poke the rest of them.
As you go and poke, my monitor just went black. Sure, just make sure it's still recording. All right. You begin to kill everyone, they all squirm a little and die as you see Damwain's blood come out. Why don't you just take 1 hit point of damage, Damwain?
Or 1d100, and that's how much damage you take.
You should be able to brush them off now. They're dead. They shouldn't hold on stronger here anymore.
You ever had a tick?
As you begin to try to brush them off, because how leeches work is that their teeth are kind of like hooks. Even though they're dead, the hook formation is still latched into his skin, and they usually secrete a sort of sedative so that you don't feel anything around the location. So Damway's not in any sort of pain at all. But as you begin to try to pull on it, Damway begins to try to pull on it. It's not coming off. And then he actually began to tear the little leech flesh off, but the head still remains intact on his leg.
Does
No one have any pincers?
What about fire magic? Although I probably wouldn't. I don't know if I would know to use fire unless I had some kind of knowledge in my character.
Fire on a leech?
Pretty sure you can burn leeches off.
That's a good question. I mean, a good attempt. You could try.
I don't have fire magic.
I have a lantern and a flask of oil if you want me to try to hold the lantern close to it. Although, I don't know. Is it daytime, Dylan?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go ahead and spark it and light my lantern and hold it close to his leg. Maybe even put the glass of the lantern up onto the heads of the leeches. Does anything happen?
Are you directly? Are they touching the fire, or are you just warming them up right now? Honestly.
I mean, I don't know how. Honestly, I don't know how hot like a shrouded lantern like that gets. But so no, it's just like the glass of the lantern.
Not hot enough to do anything. It's just warm.
Oh, this says that you're not supposed to burn leeches.
Are you not?
You know what? That's good. That's probably a good thing then that we didn't actually burn them.
It'll work as far as getting the leech off, but it says it'll cause the leech to regurgitate, which could cause a blood infection.
Interesting.
Oh,
fun fact.
No.
Yeah, good to know.
I'm gonna go in. Daywin, you've got, your blood's all over my lantern. How are you gonna fix this for me? As I pulled the lantern away.
You decided to put the lantern there.
I suppose it was my decision, but you're the one who's bleeding. I'm gonna flick open the lantern and try to get the flame closer to the heads, because I don't know anything better, I suppose.
And
I failed my nature check.
As you move the fire towards the head, since they're already dead, the fire begins to burn portions of the head off, and they successfully fall off Damwayne. But you see 4 like teeth marks on his leg.
Oh, those look very cool. You look very badass, Daywin.
Live.
That was the thing I can't fix with a little illusion magic.
Yeah.
You think you're okay. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Well,
Is
all in
there
one
a
piece.
rock in the middle?
And as this happens, Anchor's sitting on the other side, just being Anchor.
I would.
I see him just running around, following a butterfly.
All right, let's get Anchor over here. I would like to help pull him over since Warforged could probably pull Warforged a bit better.
Yeah, well,
I'll assist you.
it's strength score.
Right. Which is
Dylan, is there a rock in the middle? He
Yeah,
said that
there's
like
a rock in
something.
the as a little jut.
Could I jump to it?
Jump to it.
Yes.
Cannonball.
No. You're kind of heavy.
No, why not?
Why not? Don't argue with the DM. Just say, okay, understandable.
Well,
Okay.
Shatter the rock.
I have good acrobatics though.
I would be more athletics for jumping. You would. If
I
you,
have really good athletics.
You're going to get angry at the river.
No.
Okay.
I guess I'll just try trudging through. And
Is there any?
I want to try going toward the rock
Sure.
as best I can.
Is anyone pulling the rope from this side or like
I am,
helping him across?
Yes.
Okay.
I would
cool.
like to help as well because, yeah.
As Anchor begins to sink and go into the base of the river, he slowly but surely. Why don't you make an athletics check for me, Anchor? 19. Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. Well, you are a barbarian. You're good at this stuff. Begin to every time you try to like hold on to the rock as support, but you just make it. When you make it to the rock, if you don't hold on the rock, you begin to sink into the mud.
There's a small problem here.
All right.
I'll be back in just a second.
I have an idea. Okay, so who's stuck in the mud right now?
Anchor.
Just Anchor.
The gigantic
Anchor.
metal man.
All right, so since Anchor's at the rock with me right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell him to wait there for a second, and I'll swim over to the other party on the other side of the river.
There is no other party.
No. I mean to where everybody is on
Okay.
that crossed over.
Gotcha.
And I would tell them my idea, which is that, okay, you guys untie the rope from the tree and pull, we'll all pull Anchor from this side, while Anchor holds onto the rope.
Can you tie the rope around his waist then?
Yes, I can
Yeah,
do that.
How many ropes do we have?
Well, you were just one rope that's across the thing that you were holding onto one side too. So you're holding one part of the rope, Anchor, but it's not tied around you.
Okay. So then can I just tie it around me then?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All right.
And then once.
And I'll swim back under and try to help. I guess, can I try to like push Anchor from underneath the water a little? I don't know.
Yeah, you can.
Let's try that.
Okay.
If everybody's in agreement.
Yes, I would like to help.
Yes.
Okay,
No.
so everyone goes around the river, including Wyatt, just looking around. He's like, "Oh, what?" And he goes up, and everyone begins to pull Anchor at an upwards angle. As every step he takes, he begins to sink lower and lower into the mud with all his heavy armor. But why doesn't everybody please make a strength check? I'm gonna make a DC. Okay, so if everyone, let me count how many people are doing this, and what the DC should be.
Is it a saving throw
God.
or just strength?
You can. Why don't everybody just do you're pulling. Let's just do. What's it called? Athletics for me. It's like tug of rope. Tug of war.
Right. It's like this. It's like this. Squid game.
Also,
1, 2,
Nice.
3, 4, 5,
Yeah, okay.
6 of you pulling. So if I get 10 times 6, I'll get 60. So let's see if everything added to at least 60.
I need to do mine too. Wait, can I use dexterity? Or do I have to do strength?
It's strength.
Athletics.
It's athletics
Oh.
to be exact.
do you want me to do another one or no?
No, you're the one being pulled.
You're the problem.
Yeah, but I'm still moving.
Let's go.
Moving what? Your
Um,
arms?
Try. Yeah.
I can
my arm.
help if y'all want, but
Why don't you make a strength athletics save with a disadvantage, Captain?
Strength saving
Yeah,
throw
athletics
or
save.
a
Athletics save. Athletics
Athletics.
roll with disadvantage. As everyone's trying to pull on this rope to get Anchor out of the middle of the stream.
say I've got the end. I'm the anchor. Haha. See.
Keep on. We're gonna have to save you here in a second.
7.
Yeah, you keep on. I want to throw you in the river.
All right, you guys got
Easy.
above.
You are doing so well.
You guys got above
Goblin.
a 65, so you're good.
65.
Even with the disadvantage goblin.
Woohoo! Let's go.
Nice.
Just hear him crying in the background.
You guys successfully push anchor onto the other side, and
Fuck.
with the stream crossed, you guys begin to make it. It's at this point a little later into the afternoon, and
A suggestion.
I would.
Since we probably will have to cross it to get back home, let's gather some logs to be ready in case we need to make a quick exit.
Affirmation. I completely agree. I saw some on the other side, but I don't know about this side.
I agree. Can I just
you guys can,
find a
if you guys
log
want
and
to,
push
you
them
guys
here?
can spend like, I would say it would take a little bit to get a lot of logs around. I would say almost like an hour. But if you guys prefer to spend an hour, it'll make the time pass a little bit longer. It'll become like more afternoonish. Right now,
I
There's
mean-
no campsite where they do that. Nah, no campsite, I guess, because of the fire thing.
Yes,
I mean,
no
you
fire.
guys want to? Do you guys want? I'm.
Hopefully, we won't need to make a speedy escape because they'll all be dead. But worst case, it's not a terrible idea.
I really am good for it. With either way.
Affirmative.
Hey, better safe than sorry.
Yeah, and it might make it easier to get anchor over the river.
That alone is probably worth it. I put everything I had into pulling that rope.
Mockery. Yes,
was it?
yes, we're heavy. Oh my God, Anchor, you are heavy.
oh my god, your athletics is -2.
Just saw that, so you should have 10 and 12.
Wait, wait, does that mean that the goblin's actually hampering us?
Yes.
Making it harder.
No,
It's not
he
quite
didn't.
that
He
bad.
didn't do. He didn't have a negative roll, but whatever he rolls gets -2 to it. So he rolled a 9, and it became a 7.
Gotcha. It would have been pretty funny if he was actually working again.
Making it harder. So yeah, do y'all? I guess we
Yes.
collect some logs and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with that.
As you guys prepare for a river crossing, just in case you come back. Yeah, you successfully do that as it becomes as a late afternoon. Why don't what's it? Anchor and who's the other person holding it rather well? Grolar get 1 point of exhaustion as this happens.
where do we do that?
You can just type it into. Unfortunately, they don't have anything, but just type it into your notes or something that you have 1 point of exhaustion.
Okay.
Oh, this is gonna make it really fun. Uh,
That's stupid.
I'd like to
They
sit
don't
on a
have
rock
it.
and get take off my boot and get a rock out of it and put my cowboy hat on HK while he's messing around.
Oh, if you guys don't know, the first level exhaustion gives you disadvantage on ability checks until you remove it.
Ooh,
Okay.
oh, that's a problem.
If you go to level 2, like you get your speed halved. On level 3, you're disadvantaged on attack rolls and saving throws. Level 4, hit points halved. 5, speed reduces 0, 60 die. But I don't, probably won't reach that.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Well, are y'all ready to continue on our way? I think I know where to go from here.
like you knew last time. Or
Well,
knew-
we haven't even we don't even know if we're lost yet. How can you say that?
Why do you say yet?
Yes.
He's, let him guide us. He probably knows where he's
As
going.
you guys
right?
go away towards the river, the sound of the river becomes more muffled, and the smell of the river begins to leave you as you get more earthy, and it becomes much more normal, back to forest terrain. But something interesting happens as you guys begin to go towards the forest. You hear the sound of an owl begin to echo through the forest, like and it's not Grolar's.
And Grolar, is that your little owl? Would you call him Aaron or something?
It's not Aaron, no.
It's not.
Think you taste the same? Kind of hungry.
You think
Do you want me to send Aaron on your eyes while I hack you to pieces?
As it gets a little
Theory.
bit louder.
Theory. Is this one of the many traps you were talking about? Do we need to take cover?
we should probably hide ourselves. Growler, any chance there are more people with your sort of animal handling skill set out here? Do you know anything about the forests?
As I'll say, since Grolar is a ranger, like he knows. This is a skill challenge, so it's up to you guys to figure out what you can do with your skills to try to see what this is. But being a ranger does help, I would say, if you think of a few things.
Do I sense danger?
No. You're going to have to use more things than just like sense danger. I'll give you examples. Like if this was something that could possibly magical, you can be like Arcana and be like, hey, is there anything magical sense in the air, or is there anything like, if you want to do investigation, if that's a good stat for you, or if you are looking for athletics, maybe I climb up the tree and look around. Do you guys understand what I mean here?
Yeah.
Can I use animal handling to like try and hear if it sounds distressed or angry or?
That's a good one. Go for it.
And screw you.
Well, you didn't have disadvantage, so man one. But so as
Wait, isn't
But
that
I have 1 point of exhaustion. So
Yep.
yeah, I do.
oh no!
That's why I said screw you.
As, so as you there become a little closer, it sounds very like that.
Mm.
Hey. Oh, go ahead.
Actually, as it's getting closer, since Growler doesn't seem to know what's going on, I'm gonna go ahead and try to hide myself under some undergrowth and ready a bow shot towards the air.
Towards the air.
Yep.
I will say it doesn't come from the sky, but it's echoing
okay.
around you, like in the forest.
Could I?
I'd like to kind of not really investigate. I'd like to look around and see if it's signaling something around us, and just kind of look in the trees and around.
Just looking around.
Yeah, just like anything that moves in the forest that could just be linked to that sound. Like it could be alerting something, which I'm just looking around for what that would be. Investigation or perception?
That would be up to you.
I'll do investigation.
24. As you begin to, you look around for some sort of like, is it a signal? Are you looking? You're looking for like some sort of
I'm looking for signs of ambush. Really.
You don't see anything what's it called? You don't see anything as in like. You don't see anything like civilized for ambush. Like as a bounty hunter, you're rather well known to like you know the signs of like, hey, there's a bandit ambush or they're trying to turn to do something like that. But it's nothing like that. But that's that's one failed save. I'll allow one more save as Gopnik begins to hide in the bushes.
I would, since everyone seems to be kind of like at a standstill, I'd like to kind of sneak back from the. I like to do it. I like to hide behind a tree, kind of like sneak back, and like make some distance from me and like the noise, and then kind of hide behind a tree. So I'll be sneaking or stealthing.
All right, go. You can make your stealth roll as we go. Heavy armor.
19.
Whoa.
Wait, what? Oh wait, what?
Interesting.
Oh, shit,
You're a Warforged.
Oh my fucking god! Nope. That wasn't. That was trying to close a thing. God damn it!
All
God.
right. So,
Not a rogue anymore.
What's?
You should be able to do that. It's kind of weird.
Can I try looking?
Wait, hold on. Is Warforged really armor? Hold on.
I'll just let you guys know.
Alright.
Just looking is not going to be as strong enough. It's like I like to look
Right.
into the forest. No,
Oh, can I climb a tree?
dude, you're anchor.
Wait, hold on a minute.
Does HK have a
You'd
scope
probably
on his
fell
weapon?
You'd probably fell the
I
tree.
didn't do anything.
Can I do an Arcana check to check if it was like a magical signal or something?
Wait, does scale mail?
Go for it.
Hold on, what?
12.
Your Warforge.
Unfortunately, it's not a magical signal. And as as Damwayne begins to almost like taste the scent of the air, looking for a magical signal, you hear the almost the what's it called? The owl hooing, if that's even the correct term, begin to approach very close. In fact, it comes out of the clearing and makes itself aware.
Oh god.
It's an owl bear.
Does my ready shot work? I was aimed at the sky, so
You're aimed at the sky, bro.
yeah. Can I fire it up and see if it lands on him?
You know what? Roll.
Roll. Okay, I appreciate it. Is it technically a sneak attack if it does hit?
Well, let's see if it hits. You fire
fair
an
enough.
arrow into the sky as you
That's
roll
pretty
an
good.
8. As you see,
Oh right.
you just see it go into the sky and it hit some of the leaves and canopy, and you just never hear it come back down. And the second he comes out, it startles you as this owl bear leaps from the bushes with the hoo hoo, and it echoes from left to right, and it just looks at Damwayne as he looks at the He seems fixated on the wound, the smell of blood coming from his leg, as he only used an illusion to hide it, and that doesn't cover up the scent, unfortunately. So,
God damn it, Wayne.
I would like to rage and
Oh,
charge.
I should have used that whiskey. Hey, this looks familiar.
Why didn't we bandage it?
I don't know.
No,
not that I
didn't we?
heard
That's
it.
a
You
very
you
good question.
bandaged Grolar,
Eh.
but
Yeah, we did it.
yeah, you
I didn't realize it was
Damwayne
that serious.
Damwayne literally said, "Oh yeah, I'm just going to use illusion to cover it up."
You covered it. Nah, he doesn't
No,
know
we
where
don't need Wayne anyway.
so trip him and leave.
Just
Kidding.
All right,
take one
you
step
roll for
back,
that?
push your friend one step forward.
And this is Squid Game all over again.
Come on. Big money, big money, big money. Dang it.
I didn't get something terrible for once.
There you go.
Look
Oh
at
my
that
God.
Oh,
initiative!
boy.
Naturally!
It's some luck.
Yeah, that is some real luck.
Oh my gosh.
Good thing I didn't pick a rogue and also Warforged. That would have been terrible.
It'd be really funny though.
It'd be hilarious, but I do not do half the shit I can as a rogue.
Could you roll initiative first, Kappa?
Sorry.
Scores, right?
What the owlbear get?
Oh, he's going to get a surprise round, by the way. So
Yeah.
Of course. Of course.
Owl bears.
yes, owl bears. It's a classic D&D creature.
I've never heard of it before. I've seen it. I saw it in an anime once. So I didn't know it was a D&D thing.
All
Does that
right.
thing-
As it targets, as it smells the scent of blood coming from his leg, it goes straight to Damwade. You see her. "Woo!" You see her like the most terrifying screech from an owl that you've ever heard. As it begins to do 2 swipe and peck at you with its beak. Oh my god.
Too many.
Oh,
What is that not one though? That what?
As it begins to sweeps over and a little too fixated on your leg, the nat 1, as it swings over and it begins to show its side to you, the next attack will have an advantage on him regardless, and do a 20 and 19 hit, Mr. Stormrunner Damwayne.
Yes.
my god.
Oh god.
28.
I will note I have 16 hit points. So yeah, first one downed instantly.
As he swipes across your chest, slashing across, and pecks at you as well, you go immediately down, and as he smells the scent of blood. Well, it is Damwain's turn. So what? As it starts his thing, why don't you roll for a death save for me?
Oh god.
10 is a save,
Let's go. Let's go.
just barely.
Oh my god.
The ambush predator comes out of the bush, makes a swipe at Damway, immediately making him lose consciousness. HK.
All right. Shit, I didn't expect to be that fast. I will like to take a shot at the owlbear from my little position,
Absolutely.
and I'm going to attach Colossus Slayer to that as
Ooh,
well.
Colossus Slayer. It is a large creature.
Mm-hmm. Which is funny because it just says creature, but it doesn't even.
And you start the bonus. Go.
Wait, what's up? All right, revolver rifle, go.
16, that hits. Actually, it was 19 anyway.
Oh yeah, because the next test I have advantage. All right. Okay. Oh, perfect. I had a cluster already. That's 15.
15 points of damage as you see your almost becomes like a big game hunter rifle. Go aim to the side, and you hear the as a puff of black smoke releases from the barrel, and the owlbear recoils as a metal object impales it from the side of its fur. The feathers are a really good deterrent to usually some sort of piercing or slashing blades, but a bullet goes straight through those feathers as it makes a sound.
Looks like
Exclamation.
you're ruffling his feathers now, buddy.
Exclamation. I've always wanted to do a little big game hunting. Just
Oh, you
maybe
done
not
it.
this.
Don't become the game.
As the owlbear realizes its position is what's it called? Its position has been compromised, and it's an ambush predator. It thinks it has to take down as many as possible. Hi,
I'd
Repo.
rather it didn't.
No.
Hi, Gobble.
Hello.
Hey,
There's
as
a
in
25,
reaction,
16, and a
could I-
17 hit.
Could I?
Yeah. Well, wait. The 16 is what my thing is.
The rule in D&D is called meets beats. So if it meets it, it beats it. So if you have a 16 AC and I roll a 16, it meets it, so it beats it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So as it begins to leap
You
forward,
get a chance to move. Yeah.
it's okay. You'll be fine.
No, you won't.
As the owlbear with a bullet in its side sees the bloody Damwin on the ground and gets a bullet, it begins to be a little fearful as it's not used to this sort of encounter. Goes over to the man with a trident and tries to swipe down. You take 20, 30, 37 points of damage.
Yeah. That's enough to down me.
My God.
How much
Okay,
movement does an
okay.
owlbear have? Okay. And as it does that, it begins to run. It used like 10 feet that way, so I'll use 30 feet going this way. Run away, attempting to go back into the brush. Growler.
Well, I am definitely gonna be. Let's see. Making him my favorite foe.
Oh, I forgot
Then
to
I'm
do that.
gonna lose an arrow at him.
Go for it. That most definitely hits.
And he's a favorite foe, so that's how much more? 1d4, I believe?
Yes. Wait, hold on. Let me double check.
Yeah,
Hold on.
1d4.
Go for it. 9. Ooh. As another arrow strikes its side, and it begins to begins to make
And
its escape.
Erin is gonna be flying to the front to attack it from there.
Interesting. All right. So as the owl moves up to its front, making a swift fly, it gets in front of it to try to cut it off. 11 does not hit.
Okay.
Anchor.
Adam boy.
I wanted to ask, but before this session, was there downtime activity where we could,
No, there was no downtime.
get some
The
alpha?
downtime activity is killing the owl.
Okay.
What owl?
Bear.
Bear.
Good.
Where? Where?
Owl bear.
They both look
Ooh.
the same though. No.
They just both shoot. They just shoot every owl.
I
This seems
am
to be
raging.
All right, you're
Ooh.
raging.
Raging.
And I'm charging at him.
Read all that.
Bash him with my shield.
That hits.
And take some lightning damage too.
5 points of bludgeoning damage as it makes a dexterity save to
1d.
3, and he takes 3 lightning damage as the lightning begins to streak into its feathers. It's let me subtract that HP. All right. As it begins to recoil. What, Repo? Why don't you make a death saving throw for me?
But they are down.
Okay.
Don't get in that
Oh,
one.
no.
Just don't get a nat one.
Death saving.
Oh, you're one off of
Yeah.
getting back up.
Yeah.
I thought I had to roll 20.
And I
Wow.
said you were
Gets up,
one
yeah.
away. You were one away from getting back up.
You're
Gopnik.
19.
I thought I only got. I'm sorry. I thought I only got 1 success for a night.
Shit.
Yeah, you only get
Yeah.
1 success. But if you roll
If it
20, you just
crit-
straight up stand up. You're like, you
I
have
thought
1 HP.
was the 20 not just 2?
No. Natural
okay.
20 is 1 hit point restored.
Okay. Dylan, am I still hidden or?
Yeah, you're hidden. It hasn't
Okay,
gone for
then
you.
I'm going to take a sneak attack bow shot at the owlbear from my position.
Go for it. 18 hits.
18 hits.
We have 2 rogues. Interesting.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah, we've kind of got him doubled, haven't we? We've got 2 rogues, 2 rangers, 2 barbarians, and 2 wizards.
That was almost max damage. I was 2 points off max damage there.
As
Oh,
an arrow strikes it at the top of the head as it begins to stagger around, still moving, but you can see like blood begin to cover its eyes as it can't even make a screeching as noise, as it doesn't make the whoo sound anymore. And yeah, Wyatt.
And then, obviously I'm just going to shoot him, but
20 hits. Oh my god. There's a lot of damage in this
Sneak
party.
attack damage.
As
We have glass
it
cannons.
begins to sway from left to right, a second bullet is shot into it and it puts it down
so long,
as it falls
partner.
to the ground. As the owlbear falls to the ground, trying to escape from its ambush, the anchor and Aaron holds it still as a bullet and arrow flies through. And it goes with no real problem as it falls.
I am gonna tell Aaron instantly to fly back up and scout the area because those gunshots are loud, and I don't.
Yes, those
Trust it.
gunshots are loud.
With that, or with it seeing that it's dead, I immediately run towards the nearest down party member, which would be Raposia, and try to give medical help.
Absolutely.
HK, you think they take owl ears?
Theory. Only one way to find out. I would like to while they're all getting everything ready, I'd like to walk over. I'd like to whip out the retractable blade in my arm and start trying to find ears on the owl.
Hey, give me those claws, would you?
So if you
Alright.
know anything about birds,
Yeah.
birds don't have ears, they just have holes in their head. But you can get his beak.
That is yeah. Well, actually
I'll take the claws
assessment.
if you don't mind, Mr. HK. If you don't-
confirmation. Of course, I take beak. I take the beak.
As Grolar and Gopnik begin to do immediate medical attention, the bounty hunters immediately go for the bear.
Help me!
Hey, even with disadvantage, I didn't suck. Let's go.
All I'm
Explanation.
saying is they got
Ex-
2 people looking out for him.
Explanation. I am a bounty hunter, not a medical profession. I'd only make it worse.
With
I'm
proper
getting paid
tending
somehow.
and with the correct medical gear, a nat 20 and a 21, as when you're not in combat, you're not in the pressure of combat or anything like that. You have advantage since you have all the time in the world. So a nat 20 and a 21. Well, actually, it just cancels out your disadvantage for Golar.
Hey, look, HK,
Both
there's
of-
another owlbear. Shoot it.
Both of the guys come to with 1 HP left.
Okay.
Does anybody have any health potions or any other medical gear we could use?
I still got that whiskey if you want it.
I'm not sure that'll help them.
Confession. No, I did not expect it to go, well, this
Listen.
way.
For me to exact my revenge, I need all of you to stay alive and well, so please get it together.
I say we
have
head back over the
passion.
river and camp out for the night. We've got wounded. Let's not push our luck.
So Wyatt,
Hey,
you
I
can add claws to your inventory. HK, you can add a beak to your inventory.
Dylan, can I just retrieve my arrow and gather some feathers from the owlbear?
Absolutely. You can add like a bunch of feathers.
How much,
I'm also gonna be taking
claw?
some feathers.
Owlbear feathers.
Yar har.
So I'd say about 20 claws, I'm guessing. Forgetting all of them.
Yeah, 20 should be good. 5 on each.
I don't
appendage.
reckon they're gonna be any use, but it's nice to have them, I guess.
Oh, you can make something. Things always become useful. Knowing from last campaign, they become useful some way or another.
I'm with you. I know all about that.
Yeah, that Mind Slayer thing actually was useful once.
Yeah.
And
R.I.P.
as the barrack falls down and you begin everything, the two people that fell that essentially got pounced by the bear. Bears are stealthier than they seem, even though
Like owlbears.
owlbears.
What's owl bearers?
I didn't know they could come from the ground. I thought owls were in the sky. I was quite confused. I thought I had it for
There's a-
sure with my bow shot.
There's a difference between an owl and an owl bear.
Well, I can see that now, but I wish I'd known before.
Well, now you know.
I'll bandage my wounds, I guess.
On my hat.
As you bandage your wounds in Damwayne, yeah.
And
Well, as
would you-
the survivalist expert here, I say we pull back over the river, make camp, and rest for the night. Those shots are loud and are gonna attract attention. I don't want them to find us.
You really want to pull anchor across the river again?
I'd rather that than be on this side of the river, because then we have the river as a defense.
How long do you think we should go ahead and camp for the night? I'm not sure I want to camp so close to where we shot, even if it's across the river.
Well, we got some bear meat right here, so I don't see why not we don't camp here.
Oh,
Because we can use the river as cover.
yeah,
Hey.
something will be coming here. We should move somewhere at the very least. So I'm fine with crossing back across the river if everybody else wants to, and then I suppose we can camp for the entire night.
How late in the day is it getting, Dylan?
It is afternoon.
Afternoon? Okay.
Any objections? Anybody have a alternative plan, I guess?
Statement. No, that sounds like a good idea. I'd listen to the person who's been out in the forest longer than I have, or even crazy enough to enjoy this.
You remember that last bounty hunt we went on last winter? That was
Recollect.
crazy.
Recollection. Yes. The amount of, well, let's just say, feasting that group of people we stalked for so long did was immoral.
All right, so you guys are going for a long rest in the forest,
Back across the river, though.
back across the river, which is completely fine. As you guys, I'll just use the same map. Are you going to be taking the owlbear meat with you? I think I heard.
Would like to.
All right, you can take the carcass across. As I'll use this, and you move across the river here.
I want to keep Erin on the other side as a early watch.
Wyatt, in my village, it was customary when you got a big kill, you would eat the heart first. The heart steak is very good for you. It makes you big and strong. I recommend you try it.
You have at
It,
it, buddy.
it obviously didn't work for you.
I'm so strong for a goblin. I will.
Right.
I tell you what, I'll save it for you, buddy. So I like dig in when I'm carving up the.
And we warned no
owlbear.
fires. We eat cold tonight.
You eat cold.
We all eat cold.
Light a match and cook it.
Mockery.
Well,
Well, I don't have to eat, so I will commit. I will be the sentry for the night with Anchor.
Yes. Having lived not too far from here, I mean a ways, but I absolutely agree with Growler. Fire at night is a recipe for disaster if we're not well entrenched.
All right. So, I'll say this. If you... with a long rest, you have 2 sentries, so that means everybody goes up. If you have cooked owlbear meat, when you have the next short rest, I'll allow you guys to have advantage on your hit dice rolls. You know, having a meal, if that makes sense.
See?
If you choose to not cook it, obviously you do have a safer long rest, so it's up to you guys.
I'd rather have the meat bonus.
Well, would y'all rather have a hearty meal or safety from the terrifying beasts of this forest? I know what I
That's what
want.
we wanted. We
The
kill
hearty
everything in the
meal?
forest. We have a safe travel.
We
And
cannot kill them all.
tell me, Wyatt, do you have ammunition for every beast and every goblin in this forest?
HK, how much ammo do you have? I might need a bar around there too for this.
Exclamation. Not a whole lot, but my blade is always clean and ready to slice.
Look at him. See, he's got a blade. We'll be fine.
I like the enthusiasm, but it's dangerous. I swear, it's very dangerous out here.
For
A
once,
small
I agree
fire.
with the goblin.
Affirmation. While yes, it would be fun to slice and dice our way and make a forest more of a desert, I do agree with that as well.
Okay, fine. I'll keep the meat. But
Okay. So as the meat is just the carcass is strewn about but not cooked, and you guys begin to set up for camp. Although you guys are not making a fire, I'll do this because it just makes a nice homey feel.
boom, boom, boom.
Well, since we're just letting that meat sit, does anybody happen to have salt or anything? Maybe try to help it preserve better. Maybe we can cook it in a safer place later.
And I mean, there is enough for us to eat it now, cold.
But the heart is good cold. I don't know about the rest of it. Maybe the finer cuts.
Of the races here, I think the only people that could eat it raw would be Gopnik.
Well, I'll just dig in while y'all sit around.
Goblins
I
are
am-
relatively...
I'm gonna eat the heart of the owlbear.
All right.
Well, I mean, we HK and Anchor could technically eat it, but it wouldn't really do much. We would just
Like
kind of
neither.
mush it around in our mouth.
I don't
You
have
just-
a mouth.
Get a higher like Dark
Yeah.
Souls soul counter.
Eat a soul.
Yeah.
I don't need more. I don't need any more souls in this body.
As you see the very gamey smell of the owl bear corpse as you rip into its body, kind of, and get the heart out and begin munching on it, kind of like an apple. The night begins to start since I know HK and Anchor have the sentries rest. They essentially, you don't even have to take shifts. You just have 2 people that are in constant lookout,
Exactly.
which is quite nice for a forest encounter. Might I say so myself? Like in terms of perception and things like that.
Like legit, just 2 warfords that are like can just be shut off and yet always watching.
Might I say do you guys have dark vision?
I do.
Actually, hold on.
It does, yes.
But my character
No,
needs to do the rest
did
of
not
the
get-
deal.
I do not get dark vision.
Okay, so you're on sentry, but you can't see shit.
Erin
Okay,
does
but
have
I
dark
can see
vision,
and hear is
which is
normal.
fun.
But yeah,
But we
How
do
about
have
you?
a bird.
yeah.
I have danger sense.
Technically, I have Deft Explorer, which I guess kind of works.
All right. So as the night begins to start and everyone goes to rest, I would just like to say everyone, as a more rules standard, when you go to sleep, your weapons are unequipped. Your armor is usually unequipped unless you have the case of HK or Anchor. You begin to a full rest is like it's a full night. It's almost like it's 12 hours supposed to be in game. As you begin to sit around a sort of circle of branches and bush and fall asleep, and you have 2 robots standing on sentry. As like Wyatt tips his hat over. Yeah, if you have, is anyone here wearing heavy armor other than the robots, like a chainmail, a plate mail?
I'm wearing chainmail.
Unfortunately, Grimlock, you will have to be
No,
taking
scale mail.
Scale mail is very uncomfortable. Yeah, I would say you would be taking that off as you take the rest.
I'd like to put my hat on top of HK and say, look out for things. I'm going to take a cat nap.
Statement. All right, you know the drill. Just lay down and I'll keep your hat.
Thank you.
As the night begins to fall and the rest of the party goes to sleep, you hear the sounds of a right little... You hear the right snarl, as things begin to sniff around you, following the scent of black powder and the scent of a dead owlbear nearby. The river does help mask it, but black powder is very pungent, what I say, as they investigated the area.
Can I do a perception check to see how close that snarling is coming from?
Yeah, absolutely. You definitely hear it, that's for sure.
Well, yeah, I hear, but I want to judge like if I need to start like waking up people fast, or I can kind of like slowly kind of start waking everybody up. If that makes sense.
Yeah, make sure. Go for it.
Nat 20.
Nice. All right. So as you clearly
sees everything.
Yeah, you just see like the. Actually, I'll kind of put.
You gain dark vision.
As you begin to, you hear the snarl, and you begin to scan quickly as you begin to put your hands on your rifle. You see the distance. It's actually quite far.
20, 30, 40, 50. Ooh, a wolf.
There's a werewolf. There's a trip balls.
You see what it seems to be a very large wolf and a goblin accompanying it with a bow, with a spear in hand. Not a bow, because this is essentially investigating and smelling as you hear it sniffing.
All right, I'd like to, as cautious as, and like almost, I would like to in a quick pace, but not like in a frantic, but like slowly go to Grolar, wake him up, and I like to try to wake him up real quick.
All right, great. You shake Grolar as you begin to well, how would HKO wake up somebody?
I'd probably more like just kind of like violently shake a little more. It wouldn't be like super fun, but it'd just be like
It'd be like
robotic. It'd be like robotic. Like it's not like a smooth motion. It's just kind of like
you grab it.
It'd be like your phone vibrating.
You grab Grolar's shoulder, and because it's a full body movement for an arm for like the axle, he just shakes you up and down, just like
Wow.
Waving you in the air.
Grolar.
Well,
Observation.
okay.
Grolar. There is a goblin search party basically with a giant wolf. What do you propose we do? They're coming about the owl bear, I suppose.
Right.
Engage? Question mark.
Let's
as he
prepare.
smells the relatively fresh blood of where the location of the owl bear died, and then as it gets its scent, it moves forward as it follows the scent of the carcass moving. Essentially,
Request, Grolar. Do you want me to kill it? Yes, no.
Wake the others quietly, and we prepare. If it sees us, we attack.
Exclamation! Sounds like a plan. All right.
Your Aaron, by the way, has full view at this and is watching intently as they become closer.
I would like
But
to
I am
start.
gonna put my armor on before I go and have look out.
Oh,
I'm gonna start waking up people, starting with Wyatt and making my way down.
You got my hat?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Of course, mockery. Of course, if your hat. Someone's coming. Get ready.
Oh. Pull out my pistol. Where's he at?
Southwest.
It will. I will say
Sorry,
it
southeast.
takes almost an entire minute for actually with scale armor. It takes 3 minutes to get your armor on, because it's not quite light, but it's not heavy either. If it was light, like just the simple leather, it would just be 1 minute.
Who, me?
No,
Or...
for Grolar.
Yeah, I'll just leave the armor off then.
All right.
Anchor will like walk around and wake up whoever's not awake. Also.
All right, then I would like to, since I see that, can I know this is a lot going on. Can I basically aim towards the goblin and wolf?
You essentially just see like a black blob in the forest as you aim at it as it slowly moves forward. You see almost like the only thing that you can clearly see are like the red eyes of the wolf as it comes closer to you. Wyatt still falls as fast asleep, and everybody, and as you begin to shake everybody, you begin to violently shake, taking, I would say, take a good amount of time to shake someone awake. The only person here that would be very used to waking up and to going to action immediately would be Wyatt and Grolar, which are already awake. I mean, Grolar being already, and Wyatt is kind of used to being immediately going into action should he be shaken awake.
I was already shaken awake.
Dan Wayne, absolutely not, as he still has 1 hit point, and Repo
like 2 of them.
still have 1 hit point. As when...
Yeah, I was gonna ask if I got any hit points back.
Oh, absolutely.
Actually, I'll leave the people that are like really injured
asleep.
Maybe. Yeah, and then I'll just wake up.
How big?
Well,
Yeah.
it's us. It's the goblin.
The goblin. Sorry, I can't say his name because of reproach.
As he
You can't
begins,
see it, yeah.
as they move up even
Yeah.
closer, they go almost right under Aaron. And they
I'm just gonna like make this sign of, don't move and don't make a noise.
and as the wolf begins to look and smell, he looks across the river, and he barks to. You hear the long howl of a wolf. There's it.
There you go.
Dylan,
Heard it.
with my dark vision, am I able to clearly see them?
Yes, you can clearly see that they're not even trying. As immediately as the wolf, you hear the "Woo!" and as it begins to howl into the night sky, the goblin immediately goes into alert and sees as the wolf begins to point and almost bark at you. The goblin begins to prepare and prepares his dash action.
Dylan, I immediately yell out in Goblin, "Is that you?"
Interesting. As he begins to, he looks behind and he looks at, he sees Anchor. He doesn't really see you as you're kind of in the back and you're kind of a hidden rogue. He looks back. Goblin? What? Goblinoid? I didn't hear. There's if there's another scout out there, there's a metal man. Metal man.
Yes, come closer. Look what I found. He's not moving much, I don't think.
Deception, maybe?
Yeah.
Goblins are good at deception, right?
I'm relatively okay.
I would say it would require at least a 15 to make him go closer to the metal man that's sitting there with 2 giant shields.
Well, I made him stop in his tracks at least.
As he no longer starts his dash action.
Can I like?
Huh?
Can I like act like I'm just?
Yeah.
You're waking. No, you're
Like-
waking people up right now. You woke up
yeah.
Gopnik at this
You
point.
probably should have said that.
But then like.
I probably shouldn't have said he's so still.
I because I just wanted to wake up Gothic and then just like walk back over and then like slowly slump down because of my exhaustion, and like return to Sentry's Rest.
Yeah, in Sentry's Rest, you're just essentially just standing. You're like
Yeah.
you're just standing searching. That's the important part.
Just sitting
Well, that's going on. Can I ready a bow shot?
And as he begins to, as he's like, Goblin, oh my God, you better report to the chief too. Gnarl's gonna know about this. There's a party of middlemen in the parts. As he begins, he didn't ready his dash action. He's only going to go 30 feet instead of 60.
Can I cast
Okay.
something?
Yeah, I would say you guys now have a round of action. Let me start at, well, Damwain's asleep, so I'll start at the top.
I would like to.
So start with HK.
HK, is
Oh,
that
wait a minute.
two silver pieces out here?
Exclamation. And a chase, it sounds like to me. I would like to cast Zephyr Strike on myself.
Huh?
Which means I move like the wind. That didn't work.
Okay.
So my movement is approximately 10 attacks. I'd like to cross back over real quick, over the bridge. So about here-ish. Okay.
Sounds good.
Actually, we don't. Okay, I don't think Zephyr Strike gives me.
It doesn't give you dash.
Yeah.
It only makes so you don't take attacks of opportunity, as far as I know, right?
That's fine,
No,
yeah.
actually, if you use the extra damage in the attack, it also gives you double the speed.
Oh my God.
Oh, walk speed increased by 30 feet as well. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
So I do get 60. So I'm going
But
to...
only if you use the like weapon attack hit bonus. So effectively
Oh.
ending the spell.
Whether you hit or miss, your walking speed to the end. Oh, okay. So I have to actually... Okay. I mean, still. So I'm going to move to about right here. Actually, how do I do that one thing again? It's like...
You
How do you
can
drag 'em
tap.
over?
So what you do is you tap on you hold left click over your token, and while
Mm-hmm.
you're holding left click, you right click,
Ah.
and then as you're dragging, you can tap the right button over again to do like turns in your path.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay. I like to move right here and then take a shot at the goblin.
Go for it.
Just do this. Revolver rifle. 17.
17. Let me get his AC out just real quick. That hits.
10 piercing plus
your
a
Zephyr Strike damage.
1d8. Yep. D8. 11 damage.
11 points of damage as you begin another gunfire. It goes as the wolf begins barking and howling as they begin running into the forest. You hear as one strikes him into his side. And he says, "Oh my God! Oh my God! They've got guns! The middlemen got guns!"
Exclamation. Now it's your turn, guys!
Grolar, you have to use an action to get your weapons and equipment back up, but you still have a bonus action, and your armor's not equipped currently.
Okay. Well, in that case, Erin is gonna fly and try to stab at the eyes of the goblin.
18 hits. 9 points of slashing damage as the bird waiting in the bushes waiting in the brush for the goblin to escape, begins to swoop down and make a claw attack towards his head as a bullet in its side and a claw toward its neck. He says, "Oh my God! Nature hates me too!"
And I use my action to gather my weapon.
As you gather, as begins to gather your weapon, Anchor.
I'm gonna run. Was it right there?
Wait, let me just measure that.
Keep forgetting to do favorite foe. I'm a dumbass.
Oh, close.
Well, I also forgot that, but I've already used it once, so I want to save it just in case.
That's true.
But you still have 2, so you should be fine.
Wait, how many do you get?
I have 2 at level 3.
What's the range of javelins again?
I'm guessing them sleepy little boys woke up
It should
after
say.
that gunshot.
It's yeah. It's 30 to 120.
30 to 120. So if it's past 30 feet, it's at with disadvantage,
Proficiency 2.
which he is.
I was gonna attack this.
Proficiency is 2.
Oh, you're going to attack the wolf, which is 35.
It's
Still
also just
disadvantage.
outside, yeah.
I'd say the goblin.
You choose.
Equal to
Hit
the
it.
proficiency bonus, yes.
Just kill it.
Yeah,
Kill it with fire.
I'll throw it at the goblin.
Alrighty.
Oh.
First of all, please make a acrobatics check for me.
Oh.
All right. You would have needed a little bit higher than that, unfortunately. So let me describe to you guys as this works. Anchor springs into action with his armor. His sentry mode turns off. He activates, essentially. Seeing that HK springs into action, runs across, attempts to go on to the... as he falls into the river and he starts to claw himself back, and he just pushes himself using just the strength of his barbarian powers, essentially his mechanical wiring, and pulls it. And as he throws it, he throws the javelin straight at the goblin. It just, if it was a nat 1, it would have hit Aaron, but it didn't. So as a javelin goes flying into the night, essentially, not to be seen again.
Did you just try to kill Aaron?
Negative.
Yeah, okay.
Repo is asleep as he has 1 HP. Gopnik already. No, Gopnik just said something. No, you just spoke something, but you don't have your weapons and stuff equipped right now.
Yeah. I had leather armor. Is that on me or not?
Leather armor would just take 1 action to equip, so you don't have it though. Unless you
Okay, I'm not gonna grab my armor. I'm just going to use my action to grab my bow. And then I'm going to cunning action, bonus action, and make that a dash so I can move 60 feet.
Absolutely. All right.
And I'm going to do, let's see, that should be, there goes that total. And then, I guess that's my turn, right? Bonus action, movement, and cunning action.
Yep.
Or action bonus. Yep.
That's everything you could have.
That's everything, and I need to unequip my leather armor. All right, that's my turn.
Wyatt.
Well,
I will say you have an exception that everyone else doesn't have their bows equipped and their armors. You just have a gun in your holster, right?
I sleep with it, you know.
So
gotta be prepared.
You do have a weapon equipped, I would say.
I'd like to use my dash, actually. Well, actually, can I? I'm just gonna walk at the end of it. I'll be right next to Anchor's.
Yeah, I'll just
whatever he's doing.
He's pulling himself from the shore.
I got sight line. I'm gonna, I'm gonna look, and I'm gonna do a little steady aim. And
you already moved.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. Don't disregard that. I'm gonna blast him.
As the fire shots, as he goes out of he runs across this little log bridge that you've produced, and he aims down sights. He tries to see into the dark forest, but without any real dark vision or lighting. He fires a shot.
Yeah.
And that's all.
Wait, does he get advantage because Aaron is next to the goblin?
No.
That's true. Wait, what? Does it?
Sneak attack. That's only.
Oh, that's right.
Oh well, worth a shot.
You do what you do.
Even if he was like steady aim and have advantage and stuff, then dark would make it have disadvantage, and the advantage would just make it. He would just have a normal roll.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, and 13 is not good enough.
13 as a bullet, he fires into the night, and the night continues. You just hear another gunshot ring out in the night.
5 shots left.
I'm gonna think to myself, stop using guns. You're waking everyone up.
As Damwayne sleeps in his not so great slumber, as essentially I'll just put them next to each other because they're both like dead asleep from exhaustion and essentially being nearly killed. It's the goblin's turn, and
they're like bandaged up. They're like.
As he sees the natural creature and getting gunshots, he wants to get the hell out of there. as he begins to he runs. Instead, he's going to use his action to mount the wolf.
Can I get an opportunity attack while he does that?
Can your bird do that? Does
I think it does. Let's see.
Does it not, though? Think about that.
Yeah, it can move and use its reaction on its own.
Interesting. So he can use his reaction on it. Go for it. As he begins to climb onto the wolf and get on its back. An 18.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Oh, a low roll for damage at least. As it slashes into his side, it says, "Oh my god!" As he whispers, only what's it called? Only Gopnik can understand. Nubs, get out of here! As he begins
Actually,
to
I
bark.
speak Goblin too, so I can understand.
He's like, Nubs! Nubs! As he begins to, essentially, the wolf begins to sprint. Man, what is the movement speed for a dire wolf? Let me just see here. Can anyone catch something that goes 120 feet?
Bullet can.
Yeah.
A bullet. If only, I mean, I could cast a spell, but I don't think it'd be too far away.
Hey,
Aaron dashing can keep up with it.
I think all of us will at least get like one disadvantaged attack, right?
Yeah, okay.
With,
so
with bows.
he's I'm just gonna say he leaves the map. So he's out of here.
Yeah.
He is 120 feet out of there as the wolf dashes, essentially. Wait, can he use I want to just double check if he can use it as a cunning sort of thing. Keen hearing and smell, pack tactics, bite. Okay, no, he doesn't. He can't use it as a bonus action. He just gets out of dodge as the goblin on top of the wolf is barely conscious at this point. And the wolf running straight back in a straight lace sort of sprint. So for the range of this attack, so whatever range you were here, he was originally here. And then you add 120 feet to that. So that's 145. So whatever range you are, let me just add a token. Wherever the bird is, you have to do the range from him to there, like kind of do it this way.
More,
Then more. Gotcha. As he just sprints out of there. It's HK.
So what, you're saying from the bird we can try, or
no? From the bird, you have to add the distance that you had to the bird plus the direction he went. If that makes sense.
Most likely, it's just going to be a disadvantaged attack. I know at least with a short bow, it's or like normal attack up to 80 meters, then disadvantage up to like 320 or something.
what's the range of the revolver rifle? It is 60.
Yes, like 120 feet from the bird, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay,
I'm gonna move.
then I have disadvantage.
I'm gonna move 5 feet in front of the bird, and that's 120 already there, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it'd be disadvantage. All right, I'm gonna take one last shot at it, but let me see if I can do anything to help with.
Oh, one more thing about the goblin. He will be using nimble escape. Sorry, as his action was to mount the wolf. His bonus action was to use the disengage. Actually, so yeah. Never mind. I'm going to say that.
All right. I'm going to take one last shot at the goblin with my revolver rifle with disadvantage. That's going to be a third shot. 15 and so 13.
13
That's
does
the
not
one.
hit. As another gunshot goes off into the night. Nothing. The night continues. As you see the ruffling.
Can try to shoot it as well with disadvantage, so no.
Does everybody get a shot, Dylan, or just?
I'll say everyone gets a shot except. Yeah, everybody gets a shot. Except for like anchor, because like throwing a javelin that far.
Javelin's not gonna work.
Fucking launched it into the moon.
Just yeet the javelin into the sky. You know what? If you get I'll say this: if you get a 25 or more anchor, you'll hit him.
The character is awake from.
Drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. Drum, please.
That's not a 25. I'm sorry.
It's close. Not really, but it's close enough.
Yeah.
All right. Dylan, is it my turn?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I'm going to bonus action hide so that I have advantage, but then that cancels out, so it's just a regular short bow attack, right? Is that how that works?
Well, he knows the
it's
direction they're
range.
coming from, if that makes sense. So hiding from him, he's not actively like. It's not like you're surprising him because he's just actively running away and he knows the general direction they're attacking.
Can I do steady aim then?
Yes, you can. That
Okay,
makes sense.
steady aim then to get a regular short bow shot.
18.
I had sneak attack on, just so you know.
Yeah. Well, you don't get the sneak
Oh.
attack damage though, so you just do the one
Yes.
shot.
Yeah. Just so you know, it's gonna roll an extra thing.
Just nice.
Oh no, it won't because I turned it off. Okay.
As a arrow flies through the knife, as you see Gopnik essentially just like really carefully. He has not only do he has dark vision, he's a rather skilled shot as he is a rogue. He looks through the night and he says, he properly makes the correct lead as he uses his steady aim, and as an arrow flies through the night, right the back of his. You see the arrow embed itself into the back of the goblin as it begins running, and he goes like, ah! And then he slumps over as the wolf is continually running essentially on the back of the wolf. Sorry.
I think I got him. I think I got him. We need to leave now.
Wyatt, you still got a shot left.
Yeah, I'll make doubly sure we got him. Use steady aim, and then I'm not gonna move. By the way,
All right.
I'm gonna use steady aim, and I'm gonna shoot for this guy.
18. I'm going to adjust the range of your weapon because obviously a revolver should have as much as a bow. I just didn't know the ranging, what's it called? Balancing. But as you look down your sights and you begin to steady aim as well, you hear, that's like the third gunshot now into the night.
Fourth, actually.
The fourth gunshot into the night as another puff of smoke, and you see the muzzle flash, and you see the bullet implant itself into the back of the goblin again, but it remains motionless.
It fall off?
Explanation.
No, it's still
No,
on the
but
wall.
it's slumped.
Yeah, whatever. I tried.
And
Affirmation.
that will as that goes back to Damwayne, which means it goes back to the wolf and the goblin's turn, or the supposed goblin. That will end because he runs another 120 feet
Goodbye, sir.
and out of your guys' vision. So
Affirmation. I believe Gopnik is right. We need to leave now.
We do have the injured fellows, though. Maybe we could at least let them rest long enough that they might recuperate some health.
Yeah,
Dylan, how long have we been resting? Like, has a short rest at least passed?
I would say the first, I would say 6 hours would have passed as you guys were sleeping and resting. So like it's like, so if you guys set up camp in the afternoon, about let's say 6 p.m. and about 6 hours, it's like midnight right now as this entire thing happened.
Okay, so I gained a cartridge and basically lost all but one shot. Yeah.
But do you lose my exhaustion from that rest?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
So how are you guys going to do that? Yeah, are you going to continue the rest, or just get out of dodge? Like, what are you doing here?
Perhaps we should track him down. He has to be bleeding at least a little bit. Should we follow him? How do y'all feel?
He's too far gone. We can't leave the sleeping ones behind.
Well, I mean, we could wake them up. Surely they're feeling a little bit better now. Maybe?
Let's not go further into goblin territory. Let's keep resting, and tomorrow we'll take a different route than this one.
Sick of
Flank
river.
flank around.
He's sick of the river.
Anchor sick of river. I'm sleeping
river.
on this side. I'm gonna hide in a bush.
Metal Man shines as
In
the
sentry mode.
I'm gonna go.
I want to like cover myself with like tree branches and stuff, so it's like I can't really see me.
Wyatt and Gopnik, how sure are you got him?
I hit him. That's about all I can say.
I'm saying is if that wolf goes back to there, if a dead body or not, they're gonna know something happened.
Well, oh, Dylan, what I know, do goblin tribes, would they have like regular patrol schedules or is it just kind of random? Like, would they know where that guy was patrolling, basically?
Well, for specifically the spear chuckas, they wouldn't know like his path. They just know the area that they are like designated, you know?
Listen, I don't think we should stay here too long. I wouldn't be surprised if they have some sort of reaction force that might come out and attack us. But we might be able to finish our rest, but we might wake up
Far
to another
away.
fight.
Do you reckon their camp is from here?
Dylan, how much further?
I would say
Like-
a good like I would say maybe 2 to 3 hours travel.
Well, for any large force to get here, it'd be 2 to 3 hours, but you never know what other scouts are out and about. We probably can rest for a bit longer, but I'm gonna stay awake on watch.
Assurance. I will stay awake as well. Our best shot has been both of us have, out of the
Did you
3
sleep?
of us. Mockery. No, I just sat there. Of course I slept. You know,
Well-
we've been friends for so long. How do you not remember how this works?
I'm always asleep when you're asleep. I never knew.
I'm gonna put my armor back on and still try to sleep some more because I had an exhaustion point. Wake me up in 2 hours, and then we move.
Yeah, I'm going to put my armor back on as well and stay awake. I'm gonna cross back across the river though.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna sleep, but like sleep seated with my bow and arrows next to me.
I'm gonna go back to my original position in sentry as well. So Anchor's only
Take
on
that
the other
bear and
side.
put it in the middle of the woods.
Yeah.
Actually, that's probably what dragged him here in the first place was the bear. Ooh, actually,
Put them back where they originally found them.
that's actually not a terrible idea.
Or just
Dylan,
throw him in the river.
Yes.
Well, Dylan, is the river fast enough to lose the owlbear?
Drag an owlbear body. I think it's too. It would sink. It would just go to the base.
They need to find the body. I say we just put it in the woods.
How much effort would it take to move it back into the woods?
I'll just say that you guys do it.
Hey, I have a question.
Okay.
What do the goblins use usually?
That's a question for Gopnik.
Gopnik, what do the goblins use usually? Their
Well,
weapons?
it's going to be a mix of crude weapons like clubs and whatnot, but they'll have some nice bows and any sort of leader won't be caught or wouldn't be caught dead without some sort of steel weapon or maybe a steel helm at the least.
Give me one of your arrows real quick.
Yeah,
I
what's
gotta
up?
put it in his eye.
I'll give you a hint.
So it looks like
Their tribe's
Yeah.
names are the Spear Chuckers.
Spear chuckers. Oh yes, of course. They have lots of spears. Some of them will have steel tips. Others may just be fire hardened wood. It could be a mix.
I'd like to look around for some spears. I'm gonna put one into the bear and make it look like a goblin killed it.
That's actually a good plan, but you don't have spears in your inventory, do you? Does anyone have?
No, I said I'm
spears?
gonna look around.
Oh well,
Hey,
you're
can
not
I-
just going to find
can I-
spears lying on the ground. To be
No, I
honest.
meant like after
Yeah.
that fight. I'm sure he had one, right?
Did Anchor have
Did he? When
My
he jumped in
javelin.
panic, did he drop any? Can I make an
Did I
investigation?
Yeah,
just
why don't you
Perception?
make an
throw a
investigation for that one?
javelin?
That's not too out of the. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, you see one spear on the ground left on when he jumped onto the dire wolf, essentially. In the
Okay.
exact spot you see what his weapon.
I'd like to drag the bear right over in the area that we killed it. Put a spear somewhere where it looked like a vital kill, and just leave it to where they think that the goblin fought that instead of us if it did die.
Okay.
So,
Then we get our extra 2 hours of sleep. Then we
yeah, and then I go
Make it a lot.
reload my rounds.
Then we move.
yeah.
As Damwayne and Repo were not, or they weren't wakened or anything like that, or disturbed. They're gonna get their rest. They still need they need about 4 hours to complete the full rest for them, as they're still groggy and bleeding essentially.
The sleep time? That's a long time.
Let's just
Dylan,
keep
do
it.
you want me to take a disadvantage on that investigation since it's night?
You still got a 20.
Yeah. I didn't know if it made a difference. I thought it'd make sense that since it's nighttime, I'm not just gonna sit there like, oh, shiny.
Can I say what I would have done if I'd been awake?
Sure.
I would have cast suggestion and told the goblin to come closer and look at the statue. It may have something important for your tribe.
Oh man, that would have been cool.
That would have worked.
Suggestion is
dang
cool,
it.
but you were asleep, unfortunately.
Yeah, had I been awake, I was thinking I'm literally the best person to handle this situation.
Or if someone had like.
Yeah,
a
if I
we
wasn't
can't hurt
exhausted, I would have spoken Goblin and helped out, but I was tired, so no, I'm not
but
gonna
your
risk
voice
it.
does not sound like a goblin.
Yeah, I figured mine might work, but even me
Well,
saying
the
something was a
first-
gamble.
The first one stopped him from dashing in the first one. He only ran 30 instead of 60 because you spoke.
Do they? So are Reposia and Dywin? Are they recovered, or do they get to use hit dice yet?
Not.
Or are we still in the
a long
rest?
rest, you get everything back, but they still need 4 hours of rest.
Oh god. Okay. And you said it'd be 2 to 3 hours before.
And it's
Oh,
the
God.
location that from the camp is like 2 to 3 hours. And specifically for a wolf, you calculate that a dire wolf sprinting back to camp can make it pretty fast.
So we wait 2 hours, then we book it.
Maybe we wait 2 hours, and then or hold on. Maybe we wait 2 hours and then get everyone but the injureds up, and hope we're able to hide them or something until long enough so that they can recover.
We can give it a shot.
Is everybody on board with that?
What's the plan?
Yes.
We in about 2 hours from now, everybody but the injured boys get up, and we try to hide them or defend them until they're able to get all their health back and feel a bit better.
Fine with that. I just gotta,
Advised.
as long as I got enough time to reload my.
I would say because it's like a
Has it-
general, they can still walk and stuff and travel. They just can't like. They're still gonna have 1 hit point.
Okay.
Like the like dash action and stuff like that may be a little strenuous for them.
Maybe we just wake them now and try to make a new camp further away. I don't know. How does everybody else
Anchor
feel?
not crossing river.
At this point, by the way, Damwayne and Repo are awake after hearing 4 gunshots in the night. Okay.
There are, yeah.
Well,
Affirmation. I agree with Gopnik. Let's move farther back.
Rapasia and Baywin, how do y'all feel? Are y'all want to stay here and try to get yourselves healed more? How healthy do you feel now? Like, what's the vibe? How's the vibe check going?
I don't believe
How do your
goblins know
daily
what a
vibe
vibe is.
Goblins are pretty vibey people.
yeah, they just don't.
All
vibe with
I'm
everything
saying
else.
is Anchor is not going across the river anymore. He's done with it.
He's afraid of water now.
That's a problem.
Anchor has acquired a fear of water.
The anchor, the literal anchor.
Yeah.
At least you can't drown.
he's
She can't drown. True.
like he's just after he just like fell through the bridge or whatever, he's just done with it. He will go in water, but he's just pissed.
He's pissed if he's in water.
He's, as any sane warforged would be, pissed at the water.
Well, I'm a barbarian, so I mean it makes sense.
I think it'll buy some time when they're investigating that that bear over there. Made
Well,
it look like
I have another idea. It's a risky one.
we trap
It's
it.
we pack up camp and we go towards their camp and we make a second camp closer. They're not gonna expect us to have moved closer.
Maybe we at least rotate north or south a bit out of the path, the direct path.
Yes, agreed.
After our
Conclusion.
arrests or right?
I-
You know.
Conclusion.
I
We
said
better
we get
pick something. I find rotation sounds great, but we need to make a decision now.
I do want you to say, be a little bit more. Gopnik would know this. Goblins are more nocturnal than. They're more active at night than day. In general.
Well, they're probably all awake right now. We're very active in the night. We have these beans, but the chieftains normally only let us drink them at night when we're ready for war. So they're probably all awake. We'd best be careful.
Let's not get closer then. Let's rotate. Make a new makeshift camp and wait for daylight.
Since Anchor won't cross the river, I suppose we have to go south.
Yes.
Buckery. Well, if everyone was just built different, then we could deal with this, but whatever. South we go.
Anchor's just built different.
Or we could just stay there and, hide our scent. And then,
Just saying, I think that was a pretty good. I think we already have like the bear setup. I think we should be fine as long as we stay hidden. Sleep in hidden positions, so we get our health back. I don't want to,
Because I was going to be in sentry mode in this bush, and if anyone got really close to the river and seen you, I would have jumped out and scared them away, because big metal man.
If you scare them, they're like sand people. They come back in greater in number. Easily spooked, but
I don't. Dylan, are there sand people in this universe?
Yeah, it's
literally Decimus' character.
Damn.
I forgot about him. Yeah.
I see. Yes, goblins are much like sand people. They're easily spooked, but they'll come back soon, greater in numbers. At this point, I think we just have to make a decision. I'm up for whatever.
Conclusion. I say we go south. Staying here any longer would only bring more trouble our way.
And I'll second that. If are we? Is this a democracy or a?
Is this
Dylan,
a dictatorship?
You know what a democracy is?
Yeah, Dylan, would goblins know? Would I have
You
any
don't even know what the
concept of, like,
word of democracy is.
I would probably only know like tribal, like I guess like
you know what
power
a
structures,
dictatorship
right?
is.
I know what a dictator. Okay. Well, I don't really know what to do. We don't really seem to have a leader here, so somebody tell me what to do.
Anchor starts moving south.
Indignation.
All right,
now
here we go.
south.
Damn Wayne, you feeling alright there, little man?
As they're awake.
Not particularly, but better than dying.
Alright, hop on my back. I carry. Well, actually, hold on. If I carry him, do I get the point of exhaustion?
He's a halfling. He's kind of light.
Okay.
You won't. Well,
I will carry whoever needs to be carried.
And well, since I have this, would it be fine carrying it?
powerful build. Yeah, actually, if anything, that stops you from getting a point of exhaustion.
Yeah.
Do you State,
I
Fraser,
have
do you want to
that.
switch so you can carry Raposia and I carry Damwayne? Since you are built
Different.
power?
Let me
I would
carry
say- I would say-
Rapoj.
Yeah.
I could carry Rapoj.
No, you don't want to cross the river again, so we'll just do it with the people
Well,
over here.
We'll get him over here, and then I'll carry him.
All right. I get Dame Wayne, Greylord gets Raposia, and no one gets points of exhaustion.
Yep.
So I will
Alright.
say, with essentially two unconscious party members, you won't travel very far. Not unconscious, but like injured. Like
Weekend. Right?
their movement speed is probably like at least 2 levels of exhaustion, so their speed is halved.
Right, so
Growler,
they're-
That's why we're
Anyways.
carrying them.
Oh yeah.
Growler, if you can guide the way, since you know you're so skilled in forestry, I'll hold the rear guard and look for anybody tailing
I guess
us.
what I should say, you
I'm-
can't use your dash action because you're too busy using your
Yeah.
action to hold them, essentially.
Right.
I'm holding this guy, Raposia. For once, I'm gonna. You know what, Skropnik? For once, I'm gonna trust you. You find us somewhere safe for the rest of the night.
You want me to lead the way? Oh my, he's starting to like me.
Don't get used to it. If you annoy me too much, I will have my bird eat out your eyes.
He's just having a little bit of fun.
Gopnik won't push his luck there. He just goes ahead and leads the way. He stays a bit ahead as well. to
So
listen out
Anchor is
for
holding
anything.
Repo and Grolar is holding Damwayne.
Yes.
As you guys essentially hold their arms, and then you mount them on the back of Anchor, and Growler begins to like piggyback ride Damwain as they run into the forest night, trying to escape. You have HK on the right side, while Gopnik and Wyatt move towards the front. And the bird, I'm assuming the bird's just going to be like flying around, making sure nothing attacks them in the
Yes.
near vicinity. As you guys begin going down south, deeper into the forest. As you guys begin running down, let me. It's now nighttime, so you hear a very different kind of soundscape. You guys, you hear the rustling of leaves as you begin running down, and you. Not more since you're busy rotating, you're not exactly making stealthy strides, and you're carrying two like moaning, half dead, essentially compatriots into the forest night who are not fully rested. You essentially hear. Oops, sorry. You hear essentially a whole bunch of howling north of you, as you can correctly determine that essentially a pack of wolves and goblins went back to where the gunshots were fired in the night. You don't know how they determine the evidence that's given to them, but as you trek down further and further to the south, you make to what seems to be another clearing, in which I would say at least so if you had 2 hours of rest and you go... Wait, you guys didn't do the 2 hours of rest before, right? So
No.
you go immediately down. I would say another... you guys are tired. It's late. I would say maybe like an hour and a half of trekking through the woods down south. Yeah. You make about like an hour and a half trek down south, and I would say you're more so like... Oh, wait, did I move it? Yeah. Getting a little bit closer to the Goblin Empire since you go towards south instead of more of an east approach, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So back into the deep forest. You guys remain undetected as now, but you're still stuck in the forest, and you still have two members that are not exactly in a great condition.
Did you say we found a clearing?
Yeah, you see a clearing that if you want to, since you're like getting near the edges of the forest at this point, so you're no longer, it's not heavily wooded anymore. You're actually getting more closer to the plains that the Goblin Empire is more situated in.
Dylan, as everybody sits down to rest, can I attempt to set up some traps? Nothing major, but just like, I don't even know, maybe just like even like I have ball bearings and stuff. I'm just gonna go like throw some out in the woods to our north.
You can, yeah, that can be like a sound trap.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna. I have 1,000 ball bearings. I'm gonna throw like 200 of them out in the woods, just like scattered about, hoping to like trip somebody or something.
All right.
I am just gonna put Repo down and try to get some more rest.
And starting another shift, essentially for a long. Are you gonna attempt to finish your long rest here?
I think that's the plan.
At this point, it is like what? It's like 2 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay on sentry since I have dark vision and I've effectively got a short rest in earlier.
Right. I'm gonna sentry rest because OP.
Yeah.
Get us up at sunlight.
All right.
Wait, what?
As another 4 hours pass and you guys get your rest, you see the sun rising as you guys begin to rest. An hour and a half. Trying to think how these creatures would react to what you guys do. The smell of black powder is strong.
The question is, did we just make a fatal mistake or not?
I guess you'll find out, because I have something in mind of what they just did while you guys were resting. As you begin to wake up, you wake up south, and while you guys were, you say for this for sure, in the hour and a half you ran down south, since Gopnik was awake, he heard the rustling and running of wolves nearby as they took their scent, as they couldn't really do anything to exactly take it away in the smart time, and you have like bleeding Gopnik and dying Damwayne over here, and gunpowder. The smell of black powder is strong in the two what's it called, sharpshooters. Gopnik correctly realizes that the goblins know their location essentially, but it was too early to really it was too early, and the sun was starting to come out, and they were too far away for a force to really catch them. But they know of their general location.
Do I see anything? Do I just hear things, or?
You just say, like, you can definitely hear like wolves running by, smelling, but since it's like a goblin, it's a goblin sentry, like they wouldn't engage you. Like one goblin wouldn't engage, like, or a scout looking for you wouldn't engage you. They would just report.
Is everybody still asleep right now, or
no? Everyone's awake at this point. A long rest has passed, so you guys are.
Yes, everybody, we're being watched. I don't think they're any threat yet. But they will. As I've said, they'll always come in larger numbers. When there's one, there's a million. They're like fire ants or sand people or any other thing, really. They're just goblins.
Query. Then what is the plan of attack?
Well, we're here to kill them. Are we not? Are y'all not battle-hardened warriors?
I'm here to get my ears.
Affirmation. Well, yes.
Come to get killed by us.
Affirmation. But what we lose the element of surprise with just us.
Do you think we should keep killing their sentries then? Pick them off? Kite around them?
Well, the problem is, with our two assassin friends here, it's impossible to be quiet.
Yes,
Mockery. Well, at least I got a shot in.
I also got an arrow in. And my beast pecked its eyes out several times. What's your point?
We must not fight among ourselves or look at our negatives. We have to use everything to our advantage. Maybe we can bait them out using the guns, these loud assassins. Or our loud bounty hunter friends.
I'm no assassin.
Sorry, just a misnomer. You city dwellers are all the same.
Sit still for very long.
They're all the same.
What did you say to me, you racist prick?
Appeasement. Now, everybody, calm down. Didn't you just say we should be fighting amongst ourselves?
You're here to help me, right? Right. I'm sorry. I got a little heated.
Ducky, is my character fully healed after, or partially healed?
Your hit points are back to full. Yes. Everything is back to normal for both Damwayne and Repo. As
Affirmation. Yes, we are here to help you help us.
Well then,
so we are here to help and kill.
Then maybe we go right in.
My character gets up and has quite a savage gleam in his eyes. One of you might have to hold him back if you don't want him to go after the goblins.
One of them has the right idea. Raposia over here. See, we should just go right in and kill them all.
Well,
I'm with you.
Advisory. Now, Raposia. I see that look, and it's my favorite look. But now is not the time for that. We need to make a plan.
Well, we could make a trap.
All right. Repo is somewhat placated by the words, enough not to go running off immediately.
Well, we know that scout has found us already. I don't hear him anymore, but there was a scout that found us. Maybe we just continue to let the scouts find us, but we set traps everywhere we camp. Pick off some and then engage whatever else make it to us.
Theory. Grolar,
trouble
you've
with it,
experience in hunting.
Amber likes
What do you
ambush.
think? What kind of traps did you lay for? Let's just say tribal friends.
Shiny things are good. So anything that draws their attention, they might just walk up and get caught off guard. Other than that, dead animals, or even, if we could make noise, something like that. Anything, the scouts particularly, they're going to be looking for anything that a wolf smell, or anything that a wolf will be attracted to. Because they're using the wolves to guide them anyway, so maybe they're rotting. Do we still have the owlbear meat?
No, you guys.
Maybe
left
use
behind.
that to set.
We left that behind.
Well, you have the carcass behind. Well, you might have some scraps of meat.
Well, my favorite tactics in dealing with goblins was to use my coins and make a pile in the middle of an open area where I could be in cover and pick them off as they came in to investigate.
Maybe we could make some yeah, maybe we can make some like pitfall traps, or what are they called? Like a log fall trap, where they go in. If they pick up the golden coin, a giant log falls on their head, snaps their neck.
I was about to say, save wasting real coins on this. I can just make an illusion of coins.
Ooh, perfect then.
Musing. Let's say
Anchor
I
jump
like-
on one.
Just drop anchor out of a tree.
musing. I think that isn't a bad idea, but okay, what if we had something with a little more punch?
After they've discovered the trap, then we punch.
Yes, absolutely.
What musing? But what if, let's say, we had a explosive trap?
Oh,
Ah.
what exactly are explosives? I thought your weapons were magic.
Actually,
Which I'm
Dylan, would I as a goblin know what guns are, or like have I just been thinking they've been using?
They
magic
have
the
boom
entire
boom
time?
sticks. They have boom pow sticks.
Okay, very rudimentary stuff. Okay.
Exclamation. If we make it out through all this, little buddy, I will show you the beauty of the firearm.
Oh, fantastic.
Addendum. However, we must figure out how to make a trap. We have, let's say, magical people among us, yes?
Really, we just have, I think, Damewin, right? Raposia, can
Yeah.
you do any magic? Perhaps not.
Can't.
Commentary.
Oh my. We're a little lacking in magic, aren't we?
Commentary. Well, in that case, what kind of magic can you do? You were talking about fireball, so maybe you have something a little more, as our friend would say, boom boom.
Let's see here.
As he scans between his wizard spell list.
Flipping through pages.
I'm just checking if that actually makes like a sound.
Let me.
I won't say it.
Would you say explodes with a dazzling display of colors would make a sound? It's basically fireworks.
Yeah, I think fireworks make sounds.
All right. Yeah. Then that one does. Yeah, I can make sound. Yeah. I guess make it on a cantrip. Yeah.
I want to be.
Would you
in
like
the
to
mid,
share
like,
the spell
right where
in
they-
the chat?
Oh, it's well, the one is minor illusion, and the second one is this.
Okay.
Bearing in mind, I can only do that twice a day.
Oh, but you can do smoke.
Oh, Damwin, if you can make smoke, they would surely come towards something that looks like a campfire.
Yes.
Does anybody have any extra weapons about, maybe? Or you could create an illusion, perhaps, not of just a campfire, maybe a killed man with gold just pouring out of his pockets.
You can create both a sound and an image.
If you
with it. And
if you
can
want something
actually.
if you want something slightly larger, I can also do this on a first level spell.
Okay, could you like cast it on who you were like?
It
Just-
doesn't need to be cast on anyone. I can just make it appear
So
I
you
can just
could
make it appear anywhere.
a campfire with smoke, a dead man with gold pouring out of his pockets, and we all just wait in the tree line and open up on him. Any objections? It
Well,
sounds
Excellent.
I would like to
Exclamation.
be
This sounds
right
perfect.
near them.
Ooh,
So
we
I
could
This
have
plan.
Anko could hide right inside the illusion, so when they get close, he just takes his shields and claps them on the ears.
Exclamation. Finally,
I
a
could-
use for him.
I can push them. I can push them over to and prone them.
I think we have a plan then.
All right.
Yes,
You know what?
Objections.
I just so happen to have a battle map for this.
Ooh, ooh, wow, what a coincidence.
Oh yeah, what a coincidence.
Hmm.
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 Oh.
Aw.
Well, okay, I didn't predict you'd come out with this plan, but it had a very convenient. I had a very convenient. So
Oh, it's
Ooh.
oh this one. Yeah.
Wait, what's this one?
It's Octavius.
Oh, it's
Oh,
really
God.
in the middle. Wait. Is
well,
this
you
the
said
one
the
talked
image.
about as dead?
You saw the image of a dead man with gold, and I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna put Octavius's token there.
Perfect.
Perfect. Yes.
Wait. So is this the man that was murdered before I got here?
Don't speak so lightly of him. He was a great man, a great man.
Apology.
I
I am so
concur.
sorry. I just wanted to confirm that was the man.
So this is the plan. I'd like to.
Yes, I suggest we take the high ground.
I'd like to look at
Exclamation.
my shoulder
My
and talk
favorite.
to Octavius' ghost. See what he says about this.
Mocking.
Wait,
Why?
wait,
Don't take too long. Dead men don't talk very long.
So you're talking to Octavius's ghost, right?
Yeah. See what his ideas are.
This is disgusting, Wyatt. But if you must do it to kill those goblins and help Gopnik, it is what it is. Carry on. Do your best, Wyatt.
All right, thanks, brother. Rest in peace.
What are
my
you
friend.
doing,
Mocking.
Anchor?
Mocking. Why?
I was gonna be the person.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
He's inside the illusion.
Oh
Yeah.
God!
Inside the illusion.
Oh God, that's terrifying.
And like I'm just like shut down ish. I'm pretty much in sentry
No,
mode.
they
but,
don't
like,
even
as
see you
soon as
because the illusion covers
yeah.
your body.
By the way, that red circle is where I put the fire.
Alrighty.
Aaron's
all
gonna
I
be
gotta
in the
say
trees.
is hold your fire till like they're right on top of me.
All right. I'm just gonna go. I guess I could say this for everybody. I'm assuming everybody is readying some sort of ranged attack, right?
Yes. Yeah, well, I'm readying my bow.
Yeah, I'm readying my bow as well.
I'm readying my fucking gun with I'm able to fully reload it both times. I'm like, oh, perfect. 4 cartridges, 4 shots. This will work perfectly.
I'm murdering.
Don't worry, Octavius again. He's already down once.
So in the clearing, all right, I'll start to narrate what
I
you
just
guys
want to
do.
push.
Yep, we're ready.
I want to knock all of them on their feet
All
as
right.
best as I can.
So as you guys begin to, you have recovered from you've licked your wounds, and the injured have come back. You guys come up with a devious plan. So you guys set up camp as if you're doing a rest, and you put a Damwayne begins to weave an illusion of a dead man on top of Anchor's body, with a pile of gold to accompany. Knowing that they're in pursuit and know your location, Damwayne also begins to use his skills in illusion and pyrotechnics and creates what is essentially a smoke begins. That's not big enough. It's got to be like this.
There it is.
There you go.
You see smoke and blasts beginning to go into the clearing, and now I just need to get the tokens of the other guys. And see how many goblins were chasing you?
I'd like to. Can I do a stealth, or does it? We automatically have.
You
stealth?
automatically have stealth at this point. You ran from the
Even
south. You chose a good
everyone
hiding
has
spot in the
stealth.
south. As Damwayne begins, you hear the of the fireworks and smoke going off. It's and you hear the of a guy coming down, and you hear the thud of a body falling. Essentially, that's what the illusion is supposed to be.
Just
And you hear
chaos bomb them.
you hear the clinking of gold hitting the ground as Damwayne is essentially creating a show for you guys. He's almost like acting out a scene as explosions, gold clinking, and just overall noise happens. You hear the quick. You guys wait for a little bit. It takes a small bit. I would say, as it is loud, but they still have to get to your location. You guys wait patiently, but after, I would say, not 5, but more like 15 to 20 minutes, you hear the rustling of running in the woods. And I'm assuming you're just going to maintain concentration on the illusion, Damwayne, so that you just keep it up as you go. Please do make sure you lose a second, your second spell slot, your second.
I've lost a second and a first.
So you
For
lose
those
one
spells.
for the silent image, and you lose one for the pyrotechnics, but with for good cause, as you see goblins, your hunting party, approach. Where's the dire wolf? As they begin to move into position. Wait, is it in the right token layer? Yes, it is. They go up. The wolf begins up sniffing. The smoke and they have their spears in hand. You see everyone holding a spear as they begin to patrol the area, and then it says, and this one right here says, "Oh, runs in. Gold! I see gold on this one. Gold, mine. Give it to me." As this one on the right is going to make a intelligence check. 2. All right.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
He thought for a
yes.
second this is a little too obvious and might be a trap, but then he saw the shiny clinking gold and went, "Oh!" And as this one comes over here as well, you see, and you can sniffing, and he sends growling at the silent image.
As soon as that happens, can I try to knock all of them on their feet?
So you're going to rage.
I want to try.
So
Yeah.
guys, I'll just pause time as this happens. How would you guys like to proceed?
All right.
I'm
I would like
regretting,
to-
Everyone
I'm
wants-
regretting that
I would like to rage and then knock as many of them on their butts as possible.
Okay, so
I am
that's
I'm just regretting that I don't have a big AoE spell.
well. One day you'll learn Fireball. One day.
Yeah.
Maybe soon, or maybe never.
But I will tell you this, Anchor. You don't really have the ability to do that in your kit, but I'll allow it since it just makes sense, thematically, that a storm brews and you just kind of rage and lightning crackles and they all fall to the ground. So yes, so I'll let you rage and make them fall to the ground.
Okay.
How does that
Do
work?
you want me to do anything like that or no?
Excuse me, Bob.
Do you want me to roll anything?
I'll make them all make saves
Okay.
at disadvantage.
Okay.
Well, your DC is 13 for your storm, right? Yeah, okay. All right. So what about the rest of you? So Damwayne, I'll start with left to right. Damwayne, what is going to be your course of action as this ambush goes off?
I don't have a big AoE. No. I think I will just cast Firebolt. Probably at the wolf. Oh god, I can reach me. I think I'll cast Firebolt at the wolf, and then I will move back, and then I'll move back towards the rest of the party.
Oh,
yeah.
dang, Gobnik.
Weren't we supposed to roll initiative?
I'm just putting it up for readying it up for it ahead of time. You can roll if you want to. I just like to
He said "God damn" and then followed up with a 22.
Gotta show him what for. Oh, he's going with the net 20.
The net 2022. Damn.
I'm over here like, hey guys, I'm last. Somehow.
It's over here with
If it makes you feel better, White has also got a 4.
Oh, yeah.
Spend so much time knocking the people down.
True.
just so you know, everybody that attacks will have advantage because it's like a super surprise round. You know what? I'll do this. Everyone who attacks gets advantage. If you're a rogue, you automatically crit. This attack.
God.
Let me fuck him up. Put him down.
Knock him up, rock him down.
Gobnik, what are you gonna do?
Sorry, it's my turn, isn't it? I will just. Are we going in turn order, Dylan? Or
Yeah,
left to
let's
right?
just see what you're doing. Yeah, let's go, Gopnik.
I'm just gonna go short bow attack. Do you want me to go and roll it?
Loose an arrow. Okay, I just kind of want to happen all at once because it's an ambush. Grolar.
I'm gonna cast Hail of Thorns and fire my longbow.
Hail of Thorns. Is that an AoE?
Kind
like
of, yes.
Next time you hear the spell creates a range that sprouts from your weapon in addition to the each creature within 5 feet.
So I want to be hitting this one.
You should hit Bob with it.
Yes, I considered it, but that would be mean.
You did him actually if his defense is high enough.
He'll take half damage. He'll be fine.
And I even like let's see.
Wow, that's an interesting spell. All right, so HK.
I am also going to. I'm gonna take a shot at the dire wolf, but I'm also to put my amusement bullet with Hail of Thorns as well.
Oh, we've got double AoEs. God.
Dylan, I guess I didn't say which one I'm shooting for, but I'm gonna shoot for the front left one.
So I'm heading for the dire wolf.
Got it.
And I'm hitting this one.
It's a D10 as well.
Wyatt, who are you going to be targeting?
Well, I thought of a really fun idea. And what if we do that, right?
So you're going to hit one and hit the other one, and you automatically crit. Got it.
Yeah, so...
Oh my god, what the fuck is that class? Wait.
I'd like to confer with my friend, Wyatt, or not Wyatt. I'm talking to myself here. No, I'm talking to, Octavius. he tells me where to shoot exactly, and I'm gonna hit them both where it kind of do a little clat damage. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
So,
all right.
Do you want me to?
Okay, and Gabo or Repo, who are you going to be? What are you targeting, and what's your plan of action?
Well, I was looking, and I think even if I move, how do I ping?
You hold down on your left.
Left mouse.
Even if I move here, I think it's still over the minimum range to my javelins. But I think I'm still within. So yeah, that's 45. But if I move here, how do I do the thing again? That's 35.
There's like a ruler on the top left.
And my thing.
35 so far.
Yeah, but I had to look up I think the like short range is like 20 on throwable.
I think it's 30.
It's 30 for javelins.
It's still too far. So
you can be one space closer, and then you're fine.
A good
no, but
position.
I want to stay on the hill.
Ah.
So I'll just stay back. It's okay. I'll just stay back there and throw from there.
All right. You already have advantage and everything like that, so I was like, it's a still target. It's like it's not too hard. All right.
Throw at this one that's close.
Nice.
And then I will roll.
All right, boys.
Where's
Faith,
my thing?
steel, and gunpowder.
Do you want me to roll a d6?
Everyone, please roll your attacks, and for the rogues, just keep on rolling until you get a crit.
Wait, actually?
Yes, just keep on rolling until you get a crit. Oh my god, damn, we got a crit without even...
A 20 and a 1.
Well, I'm sorry,
Nice.
I'm back. What happened? What's happening?
That is poetic.
Okay.
Are we doing rolls?
Please do your roll. Everyone, as everybody begins, as they begin to sniff and the wolf begins to growl, realizing, using his keen senses, that's not a dead person.
Why are you doing so many? Why? What the fuck's going on here?
Oh,
Trying to
I'm
get
making
his
the
crit.
rogues roll until they crit.
Okay.
And then they have to hit the damage for the crit when they roll for
Oh
the
my god,
damage.
you're gonna get rid of everybody else's rolls. You're gonna roll so many times.
It's not gonna crit.
Dog, are you sure you don't want me to just take one? Damn.
I don't know any way to make this game so that you auto crit, unfortunately. I'll give you 4 more
It's not
rolls.
mine.
1, 2, 3. All right, whatever damage you do, you just double it.
On which
Oh,
one?
but it's also a double sneak attack though as well.
Yeah, he doubles sneak attack as well. All right,
Oh
so
my
as
God.
everyone as they begins to sniff and growl, you hear as a javelin goes flying, an arrow goes, 2 arrows goes flying, a firebolt blasts out and hits all their intended targets, and they all get knocked down from a Why is that not working? Actually, I'm gonna reload roll 20.
Which
real
roll
quick.
do you want me to take,
Hey,
by the way?
Dylan, with the whole crit thing, what's the maximum damage on your guys' weapons?
It says
What
it
do
on
you
the
mean?
side.
Like, is it a D8,
Dude,
D10?
Yeah,
D6 plus 4.
well, just
Okay,
do
plus
the
my sneak
maximum
attack.
damage.
What did you say?
You still gotta roll for the damage.
Could they just do maximum damage for their, like, what their weapons do?
No, well, they just auto. Well, I just double their damage because it's an auto crit.
Okay.
Which one did you want me to take, by the way?
All right, everybody, just roll your damage now.
For which one?
So
Just
Yeah, the
10
last one.
plus shit is a D10 for Hail of Thorns. Oh, it's a D10 for hold on.
Yeah,
okay, so-
let's just wait, because we have loads of dexterity saves they need to make
Yeah, it's true.
if they're alive by that point, which,
Okay, so they have to beat 13 here.
Oh. Don't if they get knocked down, technically don't we all have disadvantage?
Narrative, mechanically,
It doesn't matter.
mechanically, yes.
Yes.
but
okay.
it-
Yeah,
don't
but
say
that sucks.
anything!
Yeah, but that would suck.
But that's stupid. All right, as you see the gunshots and arrows twang off and they fall to the ground, only 2 of them don't fall to the ground as a blast of electricity comes surging out. The direwolf is a large creature and it won't fall down, unfortunately. It automatically makes the save. As the lightning begins streaking, they all take... Why don't you roll your lightning damage for me, Anchor? And tell me how much damage they all take. They all take 1 point of damage as lightning begins to cackle and singe their skin as they begin to fall back and recoil. And you see bullets go off and... Oh, Growler. So Growler does 6... Starting with Growler, 6 points of damage. How is the AoE, though, for your Hail of Thorns?
6 is there, and they need...
By the way, I'm just going to make it so that they
to-
automatically fail the Hail of Thorns because they're all on the
Oh,
ground.
so it's 1d10 for 4 of them. So the wolf and 3 goblins, because I'm aiming at this one.
And then I'm also I'm aiming the dire wolf, so that's another T10 for the wolf, and then the 2 goblins are next to him.
Go for it. So why don't you guys roll your d10s?
D10 for each, or just D10 in general?
Just a d10, so you can... But each of you roll your 1 d10 so that I
Right.
can add the damage in.
Oh, come on!
Or not?
Do you want me to just roll 4d10?
Just one just 1 d10 and I add it to everybody.
Yeah.
Jaren, I'll let you roll again.
Hey!
Okay, thank you.
Better get a 10.
All right.
Okay,
average.
5. That's better. It's halfway through.
All right, let me just calculate everyone's damage as they hit.
Yes.
And I'm doubling the damage for Wyatt and Gopnik. Gopnik, which one are you hitting again?
Front left. He's gonna be
Oh.
dead. He's just gonna be completely dead.
Oh yeah, and I guess I should also favored foe the direwolf.
I don't.
It's
Okay.
okay. It's dead.
Never mind, the direwolf is dead.
As you,
And he's also dead.
as the wail from the grave hits this one, Wyatt fires a shot into this one. The wail of the grave. You see the connection of the souls behind, and as this one slumps to the ground, getting shot, this one also falls to the ground. This one gets shot in the neck as it falls over. This one as the thorns shoot everywhere. And Anchor just like sits there with the thorns blasting into his shield. He does not care. And this one only took how much damage? 8 plus 5. This was the only one that wasn't targeted. And a javelin flies into this one to finish it off because of the hail of thorns.
But what about the firebolt?
Oh
Which one
god,
was
the
that on?
fireball.
Oh yeah.
The $15. They're all dead.
Oh yeah.
We don't need hostages.
Essentially, an instant kill just happened. You just had like a moment in MW2 or something. It's like,
Like the fucking breaching clear.
take the left one, I'll take the right, and you just go,
You take the left door, I take the right.
and then they just all fall down to the ground with all like, and you hear 5 thuds, and you hear one wolf just fall to the ground dead.
Who needs fireball?
Okay, HK, that's
All
6
I want to
years.
do is
Each.
Exclamation.
They're just
All these
standing up.
ears.
That's a lot of ears.
Yep.
I wonder what they take for direwolf.
Bag and tag.
Exclamation. I knew I would be big game hunting this game in this endeavor. I knew it was a good idea to kill those cultists.
You all
Thing you said
take
you
your
didn't kill
prize.
those.
I won't take any of those.
Alright, we're getting
Query.
the ears.
I just want Gnarl's hat when we get there. Y'all can even have his ears. I guess we just keep doing this until we bait Gnarl himself out. If he's dead, then the spear chuckers are nothing.
Query. What if we
Split
went to
6-6?
them?
Do you think, Dylan, actually,
Like-
how do I think their strength is now?
With this many dead, you've taken out scouts, you've taken out a good patrol.
You said there was 300.
I would say, yeah, while the entire like society
There.
is like 300, the war part is much smaller. But I want to do one more thing. As you
And there's goblin women and children.
Yes.
More.
I killed them all, even the women and children.
I hate them. I hate
wanna-
them.
I hate them. I want to be Goblin Anakin.
Let's go.
You already mentioned the sand people. You might as well.
Yeah, I mentioned the same people earlier. It's all coming together, baby.
So we should start calling you Annie.
Yeah, you can
Little
call
Annie.
me little Annie.
Gobby Annie. Alright, go ahead. Dan.
Gopnik,
Annie.
Little goblin.
join the dark side, Gopnik.
Anakin. Don't do
Honestly,
it, Anakin.
And I'm HK's Darth Vader because he keeps like teaching him bad
He's
stuff.
encouraging me stuff. Darth Sidious.
Darth HK.
I like Anakin.
Mhm.
HK, if you want to take 6, and I'll take 6, since 12 years each. Or 12
Statement.
for
That's
the whole-
fine. I also want a direwolf tooth. For good luck. Just snap. I just like
snap a canine off.
I snap a canine off like with ease, just like no care. And he just rips it right out, and like just puts it in the bag.
You okay, bud?
Exclamation! Are you kidding? This is the most fun I've had outside the city.
Aren't you glad I brought you now?
Affirmation. Of course. I mean, the water part was terrible, but this
I think
gets
all
my
of-
motherboard going.
all of the damage you guys did exceeded the maximum hit points of the entire group of enemies. So they just died. They all died. They're very dead.
As it turns out, ambushing works.
Yeah.
Especially when the entire party is fucking DPS.
And
Yes.
Gainwin, fantastic illusions. I couldn't tell the difference between. Well, I couldn't see Anchor at all in the middle of that. That was fantastic. If we do this again, they'll be dead before we know it. Easiest cleanup ever.
Yes, Dame Wayne. I wasn't expecting such a show.
I can do that one more time, but I think they might get wise to it if patrols don't keep coming back.
Yes,
How
yes, you're right.
Goblins keep on not
Advising.
showing up. Where are they going?
Advisement. Yeah, that's true. So we may want to just strike now while we have the chance.
We definitely have the initiative, I believe. How's everyone else feeling? Should we strike for the heart of the tribe?
Exclamation. I feel fantastic. I could take on an entire. I could probably take on the entire camp now.
And as you guys go
Definitely down
rummaging,
to scout them out.
you guys begin
Go ahead.
rummaging as Wyatt and HK are going cutting off ears and teeth.
They're just being loot goblins.
No, we need them because we are.
Wait.
We don't do shit for free.
I'm the goblin. What are you talking about?
Oh, that's right. I think add 2 more on that.
We should make you. So we should make him loot for us since he's the.
Fuckery. See,
I'm
now
very
you
good.
hurt the goblins' feelings with your harsh language.
He doesn't know what I'm saying. You're all right, buddy.
Actually, though, don't. While they're busy cutting the ears off, can I use sleight of hand to try to sneakily rummage through all the goblins' pockets?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
There we go.
Ooh, that rogue status. Let's go.
As you begin jangling and going through, you find a familiar currency that is that you guys may recognize. Teeth.
Thief. Okay.
Teeth. It's not teeth. It's teeth.
Thief. All right. Thief.
Recollection. Ah, aren't those of the
Didn't see that.
books? Oh, that's right. Well, okay. Okay.
You get
you go
about
through every pocket or just one
111 teeth.
I get 111.
Oh, let's
It's
go.
like a pile of teeth.
Oh, hell yeah. If we ever actually go into the Goblin Empire, which we probably won't, but I'm going to be rolling. I'm going to be balling out.
I mean,
Well, I mean, if we do, we're probably not gonna be trading with them. Let's put it that way.
teeth.
I mean, I suppose if y'all were able to disguise yourselves, I could actually go do some stuff, but nobody else would.
Pile up into a direwolf body.
I mean-
Just let it
Yeah.
ride us in there.
I mean, Damewin's Damewin's a half elf, or no, you're a
Halfling.
halfling, right? So yeah, you might be able to. I mean, when I disguise myself as a human, I'm a halfling, so or as a not goblin. I don't know. We could do some stuff. Who knows?
I'm too big to disguise as a goblin.
Yeah.
I have a disguise kit.
Wait, Anchor has a disguise kit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I-
Do you know what he disguises into, right? He disguises into like a wall. That's it.
I wanted to say like a metal horse. That would have been cool.
Maybe.
Dylan, can I talk to one of these and see what they, see if I can ask them a question?
Do you speak Goblin?
Can I? No, I guess that'd be kind of hard to transfer, right?
You'll transfer like noises to Goblin.
Wait a minute.
You'll be like,
Does
You
does
hear-
Octavius speak Goblin?
No, Octavius does not speak goblin. Actually, wait, let me double check. I don't think he did.
I was about to say if he does, I'm just gonna use his ghost to translate, right?
Oh my God.
Bruh. Oh no.
No, he does not speak
Hey.
goblin, unfortunately.
All right,
Muck.
tough loss.
Tough
I
break.
said
I gotta get a ghost
Fine.
that speaks Goblin.
Are y'all ready to move on? Do you want to head for the?
Oh, I could. Sorry.
Affirmative.
So goblin. Wait, is the language orc for goblin, or I mean, obviously, is it orcs for orcs? But does
Goblin.
goblins speak orc?
Goblin.
Wait a
It's just
minute.
goblin.
I
Okay.
do speak Goblin, right? No, I don't.
No, I speak dwarvish, elvish, and orc, but not fucking any of the. Okay.
Wait, I do speak Goblin. Sorry,
well,
I do.
If you
Wait, what?
Orcish is like it's kind of like how there's Spanish and French. They're all like Latin languages. Orcish and Goblin are kind of like have that similarity, if that makes sense.
Dylan, I do
Okay.
speak Goblin actually.
It's like, how did that happen?
Because I get let's see. So I got 3 languages. So I got Elvish,
Oh
Goblin.
my god, you
and
have
Common.
Goblin in there.
Yes. Let me speak to them.
All right, speak to the dead. As you begin to put your gun you put your barrel on one of the essentially pressing it on the soul of a goblin. You hear the the goblin soul leaves the body, and you see like a wisp of air, and you can communicate with the goblin soul now.
Hold on. I
Hey,
feel like I need to put out showdown music in the background with all this is going. Oh, go ahead.
Here, partner, I gotta ask you a couple questions before I let you go. Where's your camp at?
As you say, "Where's the camp at?" and goblin, he's like, "Oh my god, am I dead? Did I just die?" As he looks around, "I'm dead, aren't I?"
No, you're just sleeping.
How come
I'm
I
an
can see
hallucinate.
myself? Why can I see myself? As he looks down, he sees his dead body. That's me! As he sees like a firebolt like blasted in his chest. There's a firebolt in me! Oh my
Listen,
god!
Calm down. I need to ask you a question. Where is your camp at? Where did you come from? Where are the rest of your squad? Or what
He's
they call 'em?
he's like at this point he's like freaking out and he's just like losing his composure. I'm dead, aren't I? Oh god! Is there a god out there? Where did the goblins go when they
I'll
die?
let you figure out if you answer me this one question. But until then, I'm not gonna let you go.
You tell me where goblins go when they die.
You'll figure it out. Just answer the damn question.
I don't want to go to goblin hell. I was a
Hold
good goblin.
I got this.
What do you do?
You're gonna go. Oh shit.
You're just holding this man hostage after he died. What the fuck?
Our D&D party has ascended from just normal torture to the supernatural torture.
You mean
I'm not torturing.
you mean
him.
Wyatt
I ain't
has?
gonna let him go.
Query: has Wyatt has some screws loose since that person died? Because what the fuck is going on?
As the goblin ghost is like the soul begins to cry. I don't want to go to goblin hell.
Well,
Gork,
All goblins are going to hell.
Gork or
no.
Mork. I don't want. I want to go to Gork or Mork. Why am I still here?
I'm just gonna let go.
Mockery. Wyatt, stop yelling at the goblin body and
I'm
get
trying to
information.
figure out where the hell they are, where they come from, and how many there are. Does anybody speak dire wolf? No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe pick another one?
This one looks like a sensible fellow.
Oh no! As you let the goblin at the top pass on.
Do I get to see where he goes?
Wait, how many times can you do this in a long rest? How many times can you do Whales from the Grave in a long rest? You can use this feature a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus. What's your proficiency bonus?
Where would that be?
It should be
It's in your
two.
top left of your sheet.
Two.
All right, so you get one more.
Yeah. All right, this motherfucker better be fucking.
As you rest your barrel on this goblin's corpse, another soul goes, "Ah, what's going on? I saw Gappy over there. His soul left. I want to go too."
You can't go until you answer me this one question.
As he looks over, I don't want to go.
I can save you from that if you just tell me where your the rest of your what is it group is? The Gaggle? Where's the rest of your Gaggle?
Gaggle! That's a slur!
Oh shoot! I meant your group of goblins.
Is this the second time you've been racist?
Your gang of goblins?
So
mean,
I don't know
the
if everyone was there, but we came up to the conclusion that calling a gaggle goblins is a slur, and a horde of goblins.
Wait, when did this happen?
The session. What?
Zero?
No,
It was a session here at some point that we discussed that a gaggle of goblins is a slur, and calling them a horde of goblins is the term they prefer.
I mean, where's your horde?
When Wyatt speaks to the dead, does he speak out loud or is it all in your head?
It's kind of in his head.
Okay.
As,
I just wanted to know if
We're-
Gopnik was outraged or not.
We're just sitting here.
so you
looking
hear it
at him,
directly from
just-
Wyatt because it's what he would say. He calls it a gaggle. Oh my god! You're a gaggle! No!
No, I said horde. You just misheard me. I said horde.
No, I heard it. You don't. I heard RG.
I'm gonna try it again. Damn.
Can Anchor help? Like just
No, it's not.
over his shield over his body.
This is.
All right,
this
I'm
is-
sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
You're gonna go to Goblin Hell. You're going with me.
If you don't tell me where your group is,
You're
your
going
horde
to Goblin Hell with me. Call us a gaggle.
I'm gonna hold you like this for as long as it takes. You tell me where your horde is, or we're gonna be buddies for the rest of your unlife.
Ah! He starts screaming, and he says, that way. He just points up.
I don't believe you.
That way.
When
He
did they
points
learn how
down.
to fly?
He's gonna, in his undeath, he's gonna make a deception roll.
Can I make a perception roll?
Oh my god, he has a -1. All right. And he's dead. As he. And he starts pointing that way. And he just starts pointing random directions. After pointing up and then after pointing down, he points left now, and he's just like, that way. Wait, where's Goblin Hill? That way. Points straight down.
You were just a. I hate you, Gaggles. Get out of here. Dropped him. Leaves him there.
Why won't you let me move on?
Because I need answers.
And then at this point, he starts breaking down, and he's just like, he called me a mean word.
What a gaggle.
It's just, you continuously just, like, gaggle in your mind to him. And
At this point, I'm actually starting to feel sorry for the goblins.
Very much are we the baddies moment.
We're not bad people.
Wait, no.
Wyatt is the baddie.
Wyatt's the baddie. No one else is even in this conversation. Y'all think he's
he
the
just
baddie?
sits there calling him a
Nobody
gaggle.
knows he's the bad guy.
Just standing around, just
He's, he's just closing, but from everyone else's perspective, he's just closing his eyes and concentrating. And you just
Making angry faces.
and he's like you just hear just like an occasional fuck while he's just like, and he's like, Mom, this man keeps on calling me a gale.
You want
Oh my God.
you want me to let you go to see your mom and her gaggle?
No.
I think we need to put Wyatt down.
You made a
Wyatt, ask
ghost
him the
cry.
question.
How did you
Yeah,
make a
ask him
ghost cry?
You gaggle fuck, shut up. Let me.
Uh,
Alright,
God.
alright.
I'm
I'm not getting any answers out of this, man. I'm gonna.
As he
Gopnik
begins
walks
crying
over
over and over, the ghost begins crying. Fine. The camp is over there. The camp is, I swear, it's in that direction. That one right there. I just want to see my mother.
Quit your groveling.
Mom.
I get it. I'm sorry. Go to leave.
As you let it pass. Oh man, I can't believe that
Where
just
is-
happened.
Query. Wyatt, why were you staring at that goblin? I've never seen you do that before. What was that?
I had a conversation. It was a long one.
Query. Oh. What kind of conversation? Did you get any information out of him? Did you find out where the camp is?
Sorta. I don't know how much I trust him.
Clarification.
Well,
What do you mean by think so? How is it hard to get information out of a goblin?
You don't want to know.
Intuition. All right then. Keep a straight
Out
face.
of the dead body, you just see tears flow.
Really, why is that one crying?
I was about to start. It's either gonna be me or him. That conversation went way out of hand.
well, we can just track where they came from. That should be fine.
Well,
Yeah,
I have a rough
that's
thought
statement.
process of where it should be, so we'll head
Statement,
over
yes.
there.
Just let Griller lead us to the information. Jesus fucking Christ.
I can't believe you bullied two dead goblins.
We have ascended.
You have
into
no idea what I did,
porcupines.
did you?
No, we don't, but yet we heard everything.
Well, the
man.
players know you bullied 2 dead goblins.
No.
I think you are going to Goblin Hell.
Never happened.
Never happened.
Oh, you are
Hey,
so gonna
hi,
be
YouTube.
cursed.
Hi,
I'd,
Otto
li- I'd like
video
to, I'd like
watchers.
to seek. I'd like to ask
We're gonna
Octavius.
timestamp.
Am I still
Oh,
in the green?
Octavius knows this?
Hey, Octavius. Am I still in the green for that one?
Wyatt, you're a disgrace. You have to make this up to me and the god Eos, Wyatt.
Oh, well, I'll do my best. I'll try not to do that again, at the very least.
Also, hi YouTube. This is gonna get timestamped. Let's go.
Woo, Gaggle. I'm gonna literally put it in the time mark, Gaggle. As a
Gaggle.
time skip.
You should say the G word. The G word is thrown around.
Oh no.
I won't tell him.
Who's him? Oh, him.
Him.
All right, guys. So as you guys have finished your ambush, I think this is going to be a two-parter for at least this portion of the campaign.
That's fine.
I can't get any more slurs out before the end of the game. Come on, just one more.
No, we're done. You're done.
You've done more than enough already.
Can I long rest and get them all?
No.
No, they've all moved on. They've all moved on.
Conversation went dead nice.
New rule enforced. He can only use it on bodies that are freshly dead.
Yes.
Except for Octavius. He can keep calling Octavius because Octavius is just like floating around with Wyatt, basically.
Oh my god. This is going to happen a lot this campaign. I realize that. now.
Oh god.
Oh my god, yeah. We've lost our fucking moral compass. It is now pointing directly south and never going back.
What do you mean we have? Wyatt has. Ours is still fine.
It's not even south, it's directly down, like into hell.
All
like
I'm
towards
saying
Goblin
is,
Hell.
if they're threatening our homeland, am I really the bad guy?
Yes.
Think about it.
Did you ever play World at War? Remember when Russia re-invaded the fucking Germany?
I didn't
Remember
rush.
what happened?
I didn't rush.
Just oh my god.
All I'm saying is,
Uh-huh.
this is for the betterment. The betterment of the village. I gotta do what's gotta be done.
Right.
Wyatt, did you talk some shit to those evil goblins?
Well, what
I
would
hope
have
you did
said?
them good. I don't know, something rude. Maybe called their mother a whore.
That'd be
Mockery.
rude. No.
Dominic, who taught you those words?
I thought.
I'm
whore
ashamed
meant,
of you. How could you say things like that?
I thought whore meant like bad woman. I'm not too familiar with your human curse words yet.
Appeasement.
I got one
Do
for
not
ya.
worry, Gopnik. I will. Don't worry, Gopnik. When we get back to the city, I'll teach you all the fancy words you want to know.
No, you won't.
I would love to learn to read and write so I can insult people better.
Exclamation. Perfect. You're already wanting a very learned student.
No, man.
All right.
Ready, we have more goblins to kill. These.
I should just abandon all of you in the wilds and just leave.
And on that note,
Exclamation.
I will be ending the recording.